Take what happened last time.
Alright, hold on.
Note taker.
Let's see.
Has to pull out a pencil.
Eli and Beaumont almost got booty blasted by the bad guy. Hell yeah.
Quick though, look at this dog. Look at Snap.
Oh yeah, I almost linebacker tackled the guy into a fire.
Look at how
That's pretty
fucking.
What's wrong with
Look
me?
how comfy this dog is. Oh, she opened her eyes. She knows I'm talking shit.
You should go slap her ass real quick, Connor.
I see
Do
notes
it.
for session
ahead, slap her
0
ass.
and session 0 electric boogaloo.
Connor,
Alright,
if
hang
you
on.
do not
What?
slap that dog's ass, I'm gonna kick you from the server. Go do it right now.
All right, shut up. Well, let's let the note taker. Let's let the lore master speak.
That was a leg.
She got a lot of thigh.
Whatever.
Connor, tell
Hang
us
on.
what happened.
Alright, where did we start? Okay, we went to Berg's tap room.
Yeah, but tell it like a storyteller.
Nope. We went to Berg's tap room. We met back up with Jim/Jess Blackburn. We told her that her friends are dead. We tried to ascertain more information on the zombified skin, but it was no longer magical. Malcolm opted to take a sample to Kirkwall. I cut it in half so that he could do so, and I could keep another piece of it. He wants us to take care of the tap room. Came downstairs in the morning. I was late. Yule was in full swing. People did stuff. I face painted the children. I ran into a dude who had like tons of runic tattoos, and he taught me the memoir map tattoo recipe. And then I tattooed his son, or I face painted his son, and then I have twingers, which is twink gingers fought.
Yes. Yeah.
That's fair.
Fair.
I actually wrote twingers fought ? And then I did not write down the outcome.
We both lost that day.
Yep.
A young boy with occult tattoos appeared. This was different from the kid that I face painted.
Oh.
And he was, if I remember correctly, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Actually, I'm surprised that's the skill feat you took was battle medicine instead of tattoo artist.
I'm kind of try to do both.
Look, his brain's already hurting right now. Don't
Yeah,
hurt
my
it anymore.
brain hurts.
No, that was a great review that you didn't finish.
He was covered in binding tattoos that I was able to ascertain. When he saw the red-faced kid, he screamed, and we tried to save him. He had like blue lips and stuff, like he was kind of like hadn't been breathing in a while. He had a simple gray robe and a component pouch that we looted off of him, and then the skin mage, which I have crossed out and replaced with the Crimson King, appeared, muttering about
Both work.
failed experiments and the porcelain mask. He summoned a porcelain mask that I looted off of the dude we broke, but you said it shattered. He says he failed the harrowing before leaving. He said the child had failed the harrowing.
That is something he said.
We had a moment to confront him, but we chose not to, and he summoned a bunch of spiders and the porcelain dude to attack us. I'm about to switch to tattoos because Colin bullied me.
Do it. You do what you think.
You
is
do what you
best.
think is right.
Yeah, it's a good character.
Yeah.
Battle
That's
medicine
okay,
is a
one
very
more, man.
is a very good feat.
Well, because I got battle medicine to get the medic dedication as well.
Battle medicine is a very good feat.
I'll stick it out.
It'd be up there as one of the best feats in the game.
I don't know. Anya Taylor-Joy's feet are probably pretty good too.
How'd you hear what I was talking about?
I saw Anya Taylor-Joy on the Glambot, and I was like,
Were you here whenever?
Colin's seen this video.
Were you here when I did my monologue earlier, Cody? Is that why you talked about Anya Taylor-Joy's
What was
feet?
your monologue?
What was my monologue?
Gay silence.
What was your
Monologue? Hold on.
Yes.
I was talking about how I was see, you and me, we
Go on.
ain't so different. Now that we know who you are, we know who I am. I'm not a mistake. I should have known way back then, 'cause of the kids, Cody. They called me Anya Taylor-Joy's feet.
Colin, would you watch a sequel of the Vivitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love a bitch.
The
I
what?
watched the
The Vivitch.
Vivitch, a sequel.
Don't ask me how you make that a sequel. I'm not, but I would watch.
This a sequel would be fucking
I would watch
great.
Anya Taylor-Joy come back. They
That's
need
the
to just
sequel?
what they need to do is they just rip off oh my god, what's the movie? Sarah Jessica Parker.
Hocus Pocus?
Thank you. They just do Hocus Pocus, but actually are rated as a horror movie.
But here it was, Cody. Now that we know who you are, I know who I am. I'm not a mistake. It all makes sense. In a comic, you know who you can tell who the arch villain's going to be? He's the exact opposite of the hero, and most times they're friends like you and me. I should have known way back when. You know why, Cody? Because of the kids. They called me Anya Taylor-Joy's feet.
That's special.
It's
Anyway, good Pathfinder session, guys. I'll see you next week.
Oh, I have sketches that I wrote down.
Yeah.
All
Update on
right.
the sketchbook.
Also, we beat the baddies, and Eli buried the kid. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, you had a pretty good cry about it.
All right.
Yep. That's what I remember.
Wow.
I sketched the tattooed dude, and I sketched the Crimson King.
Yay. Let's see those sketches.
Yeah, I want to see him.
Go on, Connor.
Impressive. The artistic. I don't even know where I'm going with that. I can't even bullshit that.
Look, I played Ito for 4 years without doing a single musical thing.
Why did you draw the Crimson?
Artistic
Like,
artistry.
why did you draw the Crimson King with like triple D's?
That's the thing, is like
Fuda.
everything Stitcher draws has tits on it. Like even if it's a fucking door, it's just a door with tits.
Well,
Stitcher would never draw a door.
Well,
Not
no,
that's
that's
it.
fucked,
Until the
Beaver.
tits are put on there.
understandably, the mood within Berg's tap room is exceedingly dour. People are quiet and hushed. The windows, normally allowing light to pour in from a beautiful, chill winter's day, have been shuttered. Bars put across them. While no threat has presented itself really, the people are understandably a little bit freaked out. Mama Berg brushes to and fro, comforting people as best as she can. But even she has a certain sadness to her voice. A worry, a fear. She, every now and then, every knock of the door, every acorn that falls on top of an SUV,
Oh my god. Oh,
it causes
I knew we
people
couldn't keep it up.
to jump, to look with fear at the door as the door opens and some sort of clueless traveler walks in. It is the 6th of Yule, Free Day, aka Friday in this world. You know, I'm not smart.
It's Friday.
Hey.
Tomorrow is the final day of Yule. The day on which you will cut your braid. Normally a joyous time, and yet things are not that joyous. You know, things are
Yeah,
not.
the mood kind of took a turn.
The mood's really taking a turn.
Stitcher
Dead
pulls out
kids
a mood-
usually do that.
Stitcher pulls out a mood chart, turns the dial, and it becomes not joyous.
Normally, Eli, it's a family affair. You know, people, your family. It's a big day. It's when you become a man, and now you're here alone. Not even Malcolm Darby is here. He said he'd hope to be back, but he can't make any guarantees. We're gonna really this free day. Nothing particularly special is going to happen unless you want to head out and do things.
Question for you, real quick. I know you said that was day 6. What night was it where the bad stuff went down?
Day 5.
Day 5.
The
So this
evening
is
day.
literally just the next day.
It's the next day.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
Stitcher ain't sleeping.
It's the very next day, and like I said,
Enjoy that exhaustion.
I'm not gonna. Nothing's gonna happen on the last day or for this free day. Unless you want to head out and do things. But people seem to really be a little bit insular and worried. They're not really heading out. Most of them are staying indoors, not only because of the unfortunate incident of the previous night, but the weather is, even though it's like clear outside, it's cold. It's the first real cold of the year. Mama Berg does her best. She has like games. The same sort of games are still around. They're still like King or sort of King's Crown, whatever they are, whatever I called it. There's still Dragon Bones, and those are played, but it's just the air is heavy.
Was there for lack of I guess I should get my my free rest, and make sure you get your rest for the night, everybody. We all have one hero point. Question for you, I guess, then is was there anything recognizable of the kid after he got, Emperor Palpatine?
No, I pressed the digitation at the table.
So there's nothing recognizable of the kid at all.
I mean,
So
I mean,
I
you
have
can
this
dig them
written.
up.
I have this written down. I believe it was Beaumont and Eli that worked to bury the child. I pressed the digitation to the table to clean up the
I would be
detritus.
surprised. Like there's like scorched
Oh yeah.
husk.
Nope. Well, like if
Well,
not in
Like
the
they
room,
had to.
like, I
Well,
took
not
the
there's
evening
nothing
to-
here now.
Yeah.
But
yeah. There. We couldn't.
There's
really
like a
dis-
Hiroshima
we
shadow
knew-
on the table.
KFK,
We knew-
Kentucky Fried Kid.
Yeah, we knew that the rune tattoo things were a binding spell. We figured that out. The kid just had basic spell components. He was just wearing a basic robe, and then he got scorched, and we buried him. So he didn't really have anything else on him that we could ascertain or find.
And if I recall, he is missing. I recovered a component pouch from him that is missing
That's what I
ash
said.
and sulfur.
yeah, spells often used in the production of offensive fire spells.
Colin, do I know what a harrowing is?
You can
I
roll
was
a
Also gonna check.
probably an Arcana. Recall knowledge Arcana. Probably more suitable than society. You don't really have any clue.
Okay.
Uh
Wow. Must
you've-
have rolled real shit.
You've heard you've been through some books, you've studied a thing or two, but it's that means nothing to you.
Okay.
Oh, There you
What
go.
all can I remember about the Scarlet King, considering his
The
his
Crimson
affiliation
King.
with Turquoise?
Real quick, can we establish who's with who, or if anybody's together or anything
I mean,
like that?
you can all gather together however you want. So
I mean, are we gathering together and talking
We're
about
not-
this?
I
or are we all
imagine-
kind of just hiding.
I wouldn't be
It was
surprised.
like
but...
eating breakfast together, like fucking quiet breakfast. Like, are we gonna talk about this
So,
shit?
you gonna eat all your Fruit Loops, or you more of Apple Jacks? Kind of queer.
Which one are you asking? You have to specify.
I just want to get a vibe check real quick. Just want to read the room.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh, shit.
we did it back.
Fucking Eli paused like mid bite of a cinnamon toast crunch.
Oh boy.
Thank you, Colin.
I'm eating golden grams and they're cutting the inside of my
All
mouth,
right.
and it's making me more
Well,
sad.
you can get together and talk about things however you want to, in whatever groups or pairings you want. Like I said, there's
Can I use
breakfast.
my new...
There's a breakfast that's drawn, and people are gathered together in tables, and you've all sort of struck up a little bit of a friendship, a camaraderie of sorts after having dealt with the previous night's affairs, and having worked with Malcolm Darby and Jess. So,
Can I attempt a recall knowledge with my lore master thing on the harrowing also?
sure.
Okay. So how do I use this bonus?
You just rolled recall knowledge. It'll be a recall knowledge trained.
Okay. Is it like a... Let me...
It'll be an intelligence based skill
Oh, intelligence based.
for this
Okay.
one. Well, it's whatever. It's fucking hold on. Let me look at it. What it is.
You're good. I'll make sure.
Fucking.
If I'm...
All right, so it's trained.
And
And
then
you have
intelligence is +2.
it's
So
an
I have
intelligence skill.
+6.
My
So I
God.
I made a thing for it. It would have been real bad.
I think that was supposed to be hidden anyway, but
I
You
don't
want me
know.
to get rid of it and just do a hidden one? My
No,
fault.
no, you don't get to fucking re-roll and be like, oh shit, I'm
tried to
sorry, I
cheat.
didn't fucking
I tried
hide
to
it.
cheat,
Yeah,
guys. I tried to cheat.
I saw
It didn't
that
work.
shit.
It's like,
That's all
oh,
that 9.
I rolled a 3. Oh shit, it's
Hey.
it's like, oh no.
Hey, Colin. I'm gonna use my hero point.
Okay, if you want to, you can.
now you can, but you should do
God
it side
damn.
secret.
He's spooging.
I'm not looking at it.
Well, you know,
I can't make it secret when it's the new roll.
Well,
not-
it's an 11.
it's not really that
That's
much
good.
better. The harrowing is not something you've ever heard of.
Cool, fantastic. Go back to my golden grams.
Can I try one?
Do
Because
you?
I'm from the area,
All right,
like a society.
all right.
Just to try to attach to some fucking. Oh, there's no active encounter. I can't click the society button. Fuck.
Society. We're society.
Just so you know, I once again do. Well, actually, here, let me refresh my page. Because once again, I do not have my
There we go.
character HUD.
Yeah, I got no.
My character HUD seems to disappear with every scene.
Oh well.
You also have no clue what the harrowing is.
Oh, yep, there we go.
Damn.
Alright.
I don't know what the
It
fuck
is.
happened,
It feels like, it seems like it's a ritual of some sort, but the specifics. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, I feel.
I'm lost on this.
However, the Crimson King, the king clad in scarlet, the Wet Man. These are,
Wet man.
yeah, the moist. Like I said, because his skin
Moist
is
critical.
his skin
Oh, no.
is he's a wet man. He's always got fleshy. This is someone you have heard of. However, it is. He's like a boogeyman, you know? He's a fictional character that parents tell their kids to make sure they, go to school on time. they go to bed on time. They're like, if you don't go to bed, the king clad in scarlet's gonna get you. If you don't eat all of your breakfast, the Crimson King, he's gonna get you. It's a boogeyman.
Well, considering we've seen him, that now seems highly inappropriate.
So
Yeah.
it is like, what the fuck did? It's like if you saw the boogeyman in real life, essentially.
Saying, hey, Beaumont, if you don't finish your golden grams, the Scarlet King's gonna electrocute your children on your fucking table.
Oh boy. Yeah.
My neighbor had put a Richard Nixon mask on the head of a pig. Sent it in there to tell him I'm a liar and a pig. Alright. What would you, like I said, this free day, it's gonna pass. Nothing unusual is gonna happen unless you want to go out and do something.
I do while we're here eating breakfast, and I see that Foghorn Leghorn here is concentrating and trying to think about this, and so is Eli and everything. How's Beaumont look and Eli look taking all this in?
Oh, he looks like he's had a long week.
Yeah.
I'm tired and kind of. Whereas I got the stupid upstart Foghorn Leghorn be obnoxious and loud most of the time. I'm real fucking quiet, which is abnormal.
Yeah, like
And
when you first saw Eli, like his clothes were all new and shit. He looks just dirty now.
Yeah.
Sitting there eating breakfast and everything, and seeing the general disposition, I kind of just like in between a bite of food, I just kind of say it, ask what you want to ask, say what you want to say. What's on your mind?
Was that really him? I mean, why kill a kid? I don't know. This is just a lot to take in. I feel like I'm still processing it.
Well, I mean, why here and why now and why fucking us? First off, why are we caught up in this bullshit?
I think we just drew the short straw on that one.
Look,
Well, like that kid, wrong place at the wrong time, I guess.
y'all are young. Y'all haven't
Fuck.
seen a lot. You haven't experienced a lot. Shit like that's gonna happen sometime. And if you can't get through with that, put your mind past what you see, bad things like that, you're gonna go nowhere. I can tell it's bothering you both.
Oh man, I like
Some things are
Papa
out of our control
Matthias.
here. Huh?
Yeah.
Papa Matthias.
Some things are out of our control.
Matthias confirmed for that one jaded coworker that gets all the newbies.
No, I like Papa Matthias.
So,
Look, son, trucks come and trucks go.
And sometimes trucks isekai you to another world.
true, that's true. Regardless of prior experience, Matthias, you're telling me that you're magically mentally prepared for a fleshless monstrosity of a man to come in and nuke a child in the middle of an inn.
I didn't say that.
Well,
That was shocking right there. But I'm not gonna let it prevent me from doing what needs to be done.
Masterful pun.
well, what needs to be done?
Just fucking top shelf.
Were you down here when I shot at him and it ricocheted off into the fucking wall?
Was I down there for
Yeah, I
you?
bounced off him
Oh,
like
yeah.
a fucking pole.
So I did the next smartest thing I could do.
I applied mace to face.
I let him leave. I'm not gonna kill myself trying to stop something that I can't stop. Did what I could to make sure no one else took any hurting or beating or dying.
I'm gonna.
And I saw what you did. You panicked. Look, all I'm saying is, you can't always be prepared for something like that to happen. when it does, you gotta act right.
Can I tell if Matthias is putting on a brave face or if he's actually just like ridiculously like desensitized to shit like that?
That's up. That's up to
that's what I'm
Cody what
asking.
he's doing.
You want to roll a
Well,
insight check?
I say, what are
There
you?
is no insight.
Well, it depends.
It's a
What
bait.
are you doing? Are you actually putting on a fake face, or do you truly, in your heart of hearts, believe that?
It is 90% true, but 10% of him is disturbed.
All right. If there's part of you that is disturbed, then Beaumont, roll a perception check against Matthias's deception DC, which is 10 plus your deception.
Okay.
That's only a 12.
Well, you can hear he's
You're back.
stalwart and strong, truly assured of what he's saying.
There you go.
All right. Since I've kind of like lost that front, I'll look at Micah and be like prompt to join in on the conversation anytime. Please.
Now look here.
Tall, dark, and handsome over there is going to.
It's all
agree with me.
about.
That's a.
Sometimes you just get dealt a shit
Solid
hand.
man.
It's not something you like, and all you got to do is just fold and move on and hope the next one's dealt a little better. You may not like it, but it's times like this you just got to move on. Try not to worry too much. That man don't seem like he wants nothing to do with us. That kid... sad ending. But we don't know what that was about. All he's got is questions and no answers, so it's best not to worry too much about it.
What can you do?
Fucking Connor left in the middle of it.
He fucking leave. He's like, I don't speak anyway. It doesn't fucking matter.
I was gonna ask Stitcher.
I was
because
Ito for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yup.
It's like I don't want to play a charisma character.
I do genuinely want to know Stitcher's opinion on the situation because I don't know.
Whenever I play a game, I always play a charisma character.
Stitcher just draws a little teary face.
She goes, I'm sad.
All right.
Tall, dark, handsome over there has a point.
I mean, I understand, but I don't see what the next step is in a situation like this.
Yeah,
You're
where
just-
do we go from here?
Unceremoniously
Yes.
overwhelmed.
Are you planning on staying here?
I at least owe it to the old
For-
man to stay until he
yeah.
comes back. That's the very least what we need to do.
Malcolm Darby is set to return tomorrow. He's only roughly a day-ish to... he was only planning to travel for a day, to and from, spend some time there, hopefully find out what he wants to. He said he wants to be back from Kirkwall before the end of the Yule, at the very least to, be there to cut whenever Eli cuts his braid, or to cut Eli's braid. And while there's no assurances, he did seem like he was certainly planning to be here. But you can't be sure.
Sorry, are you guys mid?
And,
I'm about to ask you something because you got up in the middle of when we were talking about stuff.
Sorry, I was gonna say
There you
Stitcher
go.
would come downstairs eventually.
All right,
Just
we're
kind of
doing
habitually
Samuel
late to
Adams
wake up.
Pool Party, a citrus hazy
Christ.
pale
Oh
ale.
my god, it's happening.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
I only had like 4 so far.
so
Well, oh, sorry, go ahead. Do your question.
Stitcher, where do you stand on the situation? Are you beside yourself with fear? Are you with the other two on we just gotta deal with the shit and move on? Or what?
So you see, so Stitcher comes down. She's late as normal. She would actually sit at the table that the kid was laid upon, and if you look closely at her back, you would see the ashen, scorched outline of the kid in ash on the table tattooed on her back.
Ooh,
Does that answer your question, Tommy?
that's fucking gruesome. Jesus.
I don't like the pool party as much as I like the. I don't like that one as much.
Collins, you have to be stopped. You have to stop.
Yes, hello. I have a chalk outline of a child tattooed upon my back. Not a
Yeah,
big
he
fan of
doesn't
this
like
beer.
the pool
It's not a
party
good
where he
beer.
sees that.
I don't like that one as much.
Oh boy.
It's a nice moment of levity in a very dire
it?
situation.
Is it?
What are you fucking talking about?
It's a funny
anyway.
thing. I mean, it's just a chalk. You literally got a chalk outline of a dead person on your back. It's like fucking real life.
It's just a tasteful Hiroshima shadow, that's all.
Kill me.
Well, give the old man my regards. And remember what I said.
We could intercept him.
So he's actually, you're just getting up and leaving. Yeah?
Or I have things to do and places to be. As much as it is that something like this is a travesty, I got plans and things I gotta do.
Like fucking what?
Can I ask you what your plans in place are?
GM concern.
Yeah.
Please
No,
don't
that's
split the
fine.
party.
If you do have something, no.
Yeah. I ask once again, like fucking what?
What's the matter to you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just we've been thrown into this odd situation together, and you're a little bit of levity and voice and reasoning that at least Eli and I do not possess, and you're just fucking off.
You want me to stay?
At least let the old man come back. How's that sound? Because, while I think the rest of us are fairly strong, we'll hark back to the brain and the bandit in the middle of the road. I think you are maybe the strongest of us.
I'm sorry, what did I miss?
He's trying to leave.
Maddie killed a man.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the Maddie killing a man part.
Oh, don't worry about that. I mean,
we could intercept
Will
him.
it make you feel better if I stay at least until he comes back?
well, if you're gonna drop,
I'm-
information on me and expect me to get better and then not stick around, that's kind of fucked up, honestly.
I kind of look
But
at
yes.
the two of you. I kind of look at you. Just stay till he gets back. No guarantees after, but I'll stay till at least he gets back for sure.
That is good
Darby,
with me.
right? Old man Darby.
Old man Darby. He's an old man.
But isn't that his name, Old Man Darby?
Well, his name's Malcolm
I'm
Darby.
going to fucking murder you. I'm going to punch you in the mouth.
His name is indeed, oh no. Now we're getting into the fucking soundboard.
I don't want to hear it from you, Mr. I don't want to hear it from you, Mr. Alcohol Review, in the middle of conversation and saying that it's a moment of levity having a tattoo of a Hiroshima kid on your back.
Shut up, Tommy.
Colin's got a point.
Yeah, alright, got me there.
So the day passes, unless you, like I said, nothing's happening unless you're heading out to do something, and most people are not. They're understanding.
I think Tommy was trying to talk to Stitcher for a moment.
Like I say, if you you're talking, but nothing else happens.
No.
If there's no more talking, day's gonna pass to the
At least
final day of
Matthias-
Yule.
At least Matthias instantly responds with something like full of wisdom or piss off, kid. Stitcher just sits there like,
Stitcher, what do you think about this? It's like, hey Stitcher, what do you think about this? And Stitcher just fucking goes.
look at this back tat, bro.
Look at that belly. Did you guys see that belly? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll be
Working out, Cody?
Oh, there he goes.
Cody's 5 strong.
Man. I got nothing else. Fuck this shit.
It's
So,
a fucked
as a
up
met- as a-
situation.
As a point of metagame, I had a +8 to the roll to figure out if I know that guy. If I got that bad on it, that's pretty bad.
I don't think you. No, you didn't roll to see if you knew the guy. You rolled for the harrowing.
Yeah, if I recognize the
Yeah.
heroine.
But it's also important to remember that the DCs can get up to be like 40 in Pathfinder Second Edition.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
this
like-
might
it's not
just be
Fifth
some
Edition.
like.
So if it's like
This
if
might be
it's
some rare
super
unknown ritual.
wildly
Would that be
obscure,
indicated to us though?
No,
If it's something that would be outside of the realm of possibility.
no, because
Okay.
theoretically you could critically succeed, and that would only count as a success. It would be one
Sure.
degree lower. But like if you rolled a 20, it's still a crit, so you have a critical success, but it's 1 degree lower because it's a critical success, but it wouldn't meet the DC. The Harrowing is a very obscure piece of lore in this world. It's old, it's ancient for you people. It's unknown.
Fantastic.
Which is probably something that you could have like gone around and just see if. I mean, the thing is, if you go around to the NPCs and just ask them, do any of you know about the harrowing?
They'd be
And
like,
everyone's just like,
they're
"What the
like,
fuck
the
is
fuck
that?"
is the
I
I mean,
Harrowing?
I wouldn't do that. Anyway, is Cody onto a second beer? Who is this person?
Yeah.
I think
Is that a
I
second
think
beer?
I want Cody to have a second beer.
No,
Yeah.
you
I
want,
love
you
it.
want- No,
Two cans.
Wow, man,
and-
go.
the
Yeah.
review we need from Cody is Cody on a single shot of whiskey.
Here's my problem.
Half a shooter.
This
God.
this Citrus Adams Pool Party tastes too much like an IPA after I just came off of the porch. I would say the lemon radler,
Don't fucking do
the
it,
porch
God.
rocker,
You get it once. You do it once.
the porch
Once.
rocker lemon
You're
radler,
done.
and it just went from sweet to IPA.
Ew.
Like,
Amazing. Well, I guess we'll have another long rest because fuck
yeah.
everything.
Like I said,
Ah.
today is more of a. Like I said, you're passing. The time is passing. You
What
know.
is the general 6-day of Yule thing to do?
6 day is the same as the previous final days. However, there is
6 days
so-
of Yule, we did the same thing.
there is the-
as the 5th day, as the 4th day, as the 3rd day, as the 2nd day, as
you,
the 1st
thank you.
day.
there is a feast of
Beaver's dying.
there is the feast of Saint Abilene on the 6th day. Normally so every one of these holidays has a patron saint, and it's normally held on the 7th day. On Yule, it's held on the 6th day because the 7th day is the New Year's feast.
Anyway,
Wow.
so we could intercept the old man.
What old man?
Do you bring that up?
You talking that old man?
Yeah, I said that. We could intercept the old man.
Oh, Darby.
Did you?
Yeah. I have
Are-
the old
okay, is
man
this
written
in
down.
character or not, Connor? I can't tell.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
I was mentioning
That's all I
that
wanted
in
to know.
response to Tom.
How is
Oh,
this
thank
the
you.
first thing I've heard you say? The
As-
several days
that
I've
is-
known you.
Not the first thing you've heard me say.
What is the first thing I heard you say?
He's
That's
got
not
it
a
written
thing. That's not words.
If that's
Oh, wait,
how this
hold
is
on.
gonna go, I think me and Eli are off the hook.
I fucked up.
With
It
Matthias.
would be the feast of Canoness Beatrice, not at Saint Abilene. That's different season.
That's the
I
third
love-
time you've mixed that up.
I keep getting them
Alright.
mixed up. I know who the spring and the fall are, but I keep getting the summer and the winter ones mixed up.
Now look, the old man told us to wait here, make sure that this hotel or this tavern here stays safe. So that's what we're gonna be doing.
I mean, that's what
Alright.
you've done, really,
Yeah.
What is
except for that one guy, the one
What
kid.
is the closest village or town?
The closest town is Kirkwall.
How
It's a
far
day
is it?
away.
Okay. And
It's-
that's where he went.
That's where he
Yeah.
went. It's actually a pretty sizable military town.
I mean, so your suggestion is we go out and try to find Darby.
Well,
Well,
we
there's,
know
uh,
where he is coming from. we could go and wait for him.
Well, you also know that the same guy that just attacked us could also be out there, and we just run into him on the open road, right?
Do
I
we know
don't-
which way you went?
I don't imagine that a man like that travels by the open road.
But shit, that's
Because-
actually a good point.
Because if he did, I think more people would have heard of him.
All right, shit, you right.
I
That's
know.
a good point.
Sorry, my brain is not all there. If you have not gathered. I don't know. My votes sit tight. All right, good vote, everybody.
What?
Meeting adjourned. We'll all go to bed now. See you later.
I don't know. I kind of want to go after him. Darby, not the skin man.
No, go after
Fuck
him.
that. No, I'm not going after skin man. No. Fuck you, fourth wall monster. I don't want that.
Fuck
Yeah.
you, evil
I love-
metagaming pigeon.
All right. Well,
What would it benefit you to go out there and find them?
Well, I mean, what if he ran into the fucking skin monster?
Then he's probably dead.
By the looks of him, he wasn't going to live much longer anyway.
Well, that's
you don't
not,
know
that's
that.
not a nice thing to
Stitcher
say.
say that as a Connor.
damn.
Both might
Well,
want to put a
Stitcher
tad
says
bit more subtlety on your speaking tones.
Thank you. I wanted to say that they are the most dour motherfuckers that I've ever talked to.
Now look here,
Matthias
you
literally
trust
rolling
Darby?
his eyes.
You trust in his skills?
Look, trusting in his skills has nothing to do with seeing what he did to that poor child. What he did to us when he just didn't want to deal with us. But that old man is smart, I can tell. If he did somehow come across that, whatever it was, he would do the smart thing and not poke the bee's nest that is.
See, that was a much nicer way of putting things than saying he's probably dead. If we're gonna learn social
Hey, he's not
skills
dead.
and stuff from each other, that's a little bit better.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind in the future.
Or you're just fucking like, just straight like, yep, sarcasm real hard.
But I'll give you a wink when I say it, though.
Fantastic.
Yup.
Now look, he's gonna be back tomorrow. Just go ahead, keep doing your job. You'll see him in the morning, I'm sure of it.
All right. Colin, this is the last day, right, for the hair thing?
No, tomorrow is.
Tomorrow is okay.
Nah, if he makes
So-
it, he's gonna do your hair thing, buddy.
We're at a
Yeah.
crossroads merchant trading
It's not really a
This
trade.
is-
It's like
this is a truck stop, right?
yeah, basically.
There's a row of 50 fucking trade caravans beside this building.
Yeah, they do have like I said, a large stable out back where they are able to bring accommodate many oxen, horses are the most common animals, but even some of the more exotic ones, such as camels, if it were someone from like all the way up in Sacred Padish.
I'm going to get up and I'm going to head that way to see if I can, I don't know, find something that might sell something vaguely magical.
Like you said, repeat that.
I'm going to head that way to see if I can find a traveling merchant who may have something vaguely magical to sell.
Okay.
Rather than just fade out to day 7.
There, this
And
is
anybody is welcome to follow me.
Prominent enough that, like I said, you probably have access to it probably count as like a level 2 a town area. It's not, like I said, it's not really a town, but it's got enough stuff coming through. You can probably get up to level 2 magical items.
I would like to see if I can find a staff of.
I got some bad news for you.
Yeah, they're super high level.
That's
I was
level.
afraid of that.
That's level 3.
Level 3. Okay.
Okay.
I'd look anyway.
Don't worry. I got stuff planned for you. I got a staff plan for you. Well, at least I have something. I picked out magical items for everyone. I've already got the first 6 levels of magical items to hand out. So
I would want to go to
In that
the
case,
market. No.
sorry.
Okay, sorry.
In that
well, I
case-
would say these first 6 levels of magical item that I feel like you need. Like, potency runes are not a luxury; they're a necessity. They're a necessity. Magical staffs are not a need; they're a necessity. You have to get them.
Okay.
In that case, I'm
Should
gonna
we all
start.
go shopping today?
You
In
can
that
look
case-
around, however, for some minor magical items.
I would like to do, I guess, lore underworld. Because I am looking for a sketchy merchant to buy drugs from.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy, you can go to the sketchy merchant that has drugs. It's Eli. Eli's got the drugs.
You literally just walk up to Eli.
Yep.
You walk around all the time. They come back. Hey, I'm here. Give me the stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm specifically looking for someone who isn't Eli.
Eli excited like, I can make drugs. I know drugs.
I am a good drug maker.
Sir, may
He's
I
a-
partake
he's-
in a single
in the-
drug?
In the middle of a common room surrounded by people. I can make you cocaine. It's like, what? You are drawn not to the merchants, but to the stable hands. Trading, they're very, I mean, they're the bottom of the ladder, the lowest rungs of society here, essentially. There's not like a seedy underworld at a
Sorry,
small
I-
tavern like this.
I missed you at Stable Hands. My cat undid my.
I mean, I was just describing the stable hands themselves. They're essentially the seedy underworld of here. It's like I said, it's just it's a tap room. It's a crossroads. So there's not like a thieves guild. There's not anything like that. They live in the stables. What money they get largely goes to alcohol, gambling, and drugs. And as a result, they are able to procure, well, I certainly wouldn't call it the finest of drugs. They can't afford that, but they are able to procure some lower level, they're able to acquire the weed that still has like the buds in it, that sort of thing.
Okay.
I bet they got horse tranquilizers.
They do have
Yeah.
horse tranquilizers. Gracie, I'm gonna give you a horse tranquilizer.
Don't do it.
But yeah, they do. The people we want to go to are like the stable hands, the people that work the hard physical labor here.
If the Stable Hands are my option, then I will go to Eli.
Amazing.
All right. Well, I gotta pee, but I'll be right back because I think the children just arrived, so I'm gonna go
The
say hi to
children.
them. All right, Eli. It's a awkward situation whenever this lady comes to you and asks you for some from some of that good stuff.
I mean, I got her to the hookup once. Is that like crafting
I would
check?
actually hand that back to you because I didn't use it.
You got that sweet stinky weed, Eli?
It expires, Connor.
It expires
You
after
still-
a day.
No, I asked earlier, so you
I would
must have
still
just missed
hand
it.
it.
Well, no. So
would
I
still
don't think.
hand it
I
back
don't
to
think. I don't think these ones do. If I
It-
make it like through actual alchemy, not through like my daily preparation.
Anything you do with actual alchemy. However, actual alchemy takes money and time. Because that is just basic crafting.
Okay. I got you.
Your
Okay,
quick
so
your
I-
quick
So
alchemy
I can make. Okay.
your quick alchemy is the thing that you make every like you quickly every day at the start of your day. Anything after outside of that, your basic alchemy does not expire, but it does take money and it takes time.
I got you. So what I can do is I'll make you some daily prep grit. It's not as good as the regular shit, but it'll get the job done.
It'll get you through the day.
Hell yeah.
It'll get you through the day.
Okay.
How would Matthias feel with his ties to the underworld, seeing drugs
He's
being
already gone.
Bias
goddamn.
is not at present.
Yes.
so openly peddled?
True. Hey, Colin.
Yes.
Can I help Berg just make food and maybe do some drink stuff?
That's
kind of preoccupy my time throughout the day.
that's
It doesn't have to be intensive.
that's fine.
Okay. Because I have. I'm working. I mean, I get craft food and drink stuff, and I have like circumstance bonuses craft to it because feats. So I can do a little bit of everything.
All right. Give me a crafting check.
Craft food and drink. I get a +1 circumstance bonus. Is this private or?
It doesn't matter. Ooh, all right. What is your level of training in crafting?
It's trained, and then that should be a 23. I thought I put in the one for circumstance bonus, but it didn't do it.
You earned 2 silver pieces.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Big money.
Oh my god!
No, you earned 3 silver pieces.
Oh shit, even better. Hell yeah, I get tips for cooking. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
What'd you cook? I had to get up for a second. I'm sorry. What'd you cook?
Is this assuming I have whatever like basic ingredients or?
Yeah, you have the axe. You're
I'd assume
you're slinging drinks for the.
Oh, I'll sling
place.
drinks. I got you.
I just had you do the earning income at trained
Gotcha.
level for a level 2 community, which is what this is. So.
Does she have any type of liquor, or is it all that kind of mulled wine stuff that she has?
Oh no, the mulled wine was the courtesy drinks, you know.
Gotcha.
She handed those out for every first drink's free for Yule, so she handed out like mulled wine. But she does have ales and alcohols and spirits, and she has all of that.
Okay.
A pretty robust selection.
If I were to wager a guess as to what kind of cocktail that Matthias would like, I wonder what it would be.
You can ask him.
It'd be a mojito.
Ah, shit.
It's an old fashioned or a 7 and 7.
Ooh. 12-mile limit. I could ask him. I don't know. If he comes up and approaches me, I'll ask him. We're on shaky ground as is. So
Are we on shaky ground?
I feel like we are. I feel like we have a very strained relationship at the moment.
Matthias is just over here like,
I'm over here like I wouldn't even call it a relationship.
I don't even know who you
shit.
are.
It's a situationship, thank you.
We got a twink bartender, a twink drug dealer.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah, dude.
Alright,
By our powers combined.
That's all I want to do.
All right,
Yeah, Wonder Twin powers activate.
That would take all day to earn those 3 silver pieces because it would be earned
I got
income
you.
for that.
Okay. 3 silver, baby.
All right. Now, anybody else doing anything?
How do I take that grit that Eli gave me? How was that taken?
Anally.
I'll help.
That is basically what I'm asking. I'm also assuming with what Stitcher gets up to, she's familiar with this already, so
Grit's not uncommon.
just asking for my notes.
I think I do that.
Is it a?
And then you hit use.
It's ingested. Drunk or eaten.
It's a huff, I think.
It's specifically drunk or eaten.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, barbarian juice.
Okay.
So it's like dip. Oh god, it's like skull.
Ew.
I give you enchanted skull.
Okay. Cool.
Taking
Yeah, a lot of the good old boys like this stuff.
the good old boys.
So I guess Micah would actually
fuck
just
off.
check.
This last
I mean,
10 minutes. Oh, okay.
I mean, it's
Uh,
drunk.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just going to assume that.
Also, that takes a fortitude saving throw.
Oh, yeah, you might get addicted to this stuff.
Hell yeah. Nope,
Okay.
Yeah,
Laura's
man.
addicted
Come on,
now.
man. Do you got any more DNA reagents? Come on, man. I just need a little bit, man. Come on, man.
But
You holding out
being
on
that
me,
this
man.
is this seems like a little bit of like a hub for travel. Would they happen to have any kind of bounty board or anything? Just some people I might be able to add to my list. And...
Sure they do. As you,
Alright.
Matthias.
they've got like little, yeah. Matthias is there. He's like,
Yep.
"What's up?"
Wanted braining one legally abiding bandit.
Legally abiding bandit.
Yes.
He was a pillar of the community.
The new law-abiding citizen.
I bet you take it up the ass too.
That was the local priest just doing his cosplay, man. He's just out LARPing and he fucking brained him to death, man.
Ah, yes, the LARP defense.
Yes.
All right. There is a like message board. It's mostly people that are like seeking things. Like, hey, has anybody got like a spare wagon axle? It's mostly people that are like, hey, I'm looking for something. If you got it,
Alright, kind of.
deliver it to us. Underneath, like these actual, like sort of beneath, like I said, there's posts about over posts. It's a message board. People post things over each other. You do come to a bounty. It looks like it's old for the Aldergaz family.
Blue.
Like it's from that family, or
It's for
someone's
them.
trying to
for
them. Okay.
for members of the Aldergaz family. Specifically, they call it the Aldergaz crime family.
Aldergaz crime family. Okay. Does it give any information or anything on them?
It says they were last seen operating outside of Kirkwall.
And any description?
I was to say brown. Fairly.
Wow.
The person that you do see does seem to have like dark hair, olive skin.
Okay. Alright. And does it say anything about like who posted it?
Interesting enough, this is actually posted by the Bulwark Blade, specifically for a man named Remy Aldergaz. Wanted for crimes of larceny and fraud.
Or that Remy? What was the last name again?
Aldergaz.
Which sounds real familiar.
Oh, I see. All right, so posted by Remy Aldergaz.
Yep. this is a bounty posted by the Bulwark Blade. There are, or technically, the Faith Resolute. There's actually quite a few bounties placed by the Faith Resolute. Not just for people, but for monsters as well, because they don't, in the freelance, they don't have that much, they don't have time to deal with, like, the low-level stuff. They deal with the big stuff. You know, if there's a dragon, the Faith Resolute will help out. If there's, like, I don't know, like a werewolf or something, they'll put out a bounty, be like, yeah, we'll pay you someone else to deal with it. We don't have the people.
Alright. I just want to try getting something, but okay. And I'm assuming, I mean, we haven't seen anybody that looks like this.
You have not. Like I said, it looks like
It's me.
It looks like it's operating outside of Kirkwall,
Okay.
which is interesting because that is a military town.
Alright. Cool. Well, now I have a bit of a reason to go out. Maybe we could go meet with Malcolm Darby. But alright, I just wanted to get a little bit written down for myself.
That's fair enough. Do you mention anything about the Aldergaz family to anyone? Just double checking.
Not just yet. We're already dealing with the inn and or the tavern and
All right.
what's his name?
Fair enough. What else?
Well, actually,
Yep.
shoot, was Matthias part of the Bulwark Blade?
No,
No. Okay.
I don't believe so.
No.
Okay. I thought there was someone that was part of it, but maybe he was captured by the Bulwark Blade or something. But...
Eli lived in the
Alright.
Bulwark Blade.
Oh, Eli did.
Yep.
Okay, then yeah, I guess
We'll see.
I'd go find Eli.
Eli, you are enjoying a night. Like I said, as the day passes on, there's like a nice, you've passed your drugs. You've done, there's the general stuff. It gets later in the day. There's a large feast.
Yeah, I'm like
that
reading
is-
a book or some shit.
There's like a large feast that's being prepared. There's all sorts of refreshments. There's a feast to Canoness Beatrice that's getting ready. And you're sort of munching, and there's as the day progresses, there's a levity in the air as people get a little bit less serious. It's surprising how quickly people can forget the problems of the previous night. As you're sitting there, I don't know.
The dead child in the living room.
Yeah, well, life goes on long after the thrill of
This-
living is gone.
This is fantasy
Yeah.
world. The children die all the time. It's medieval Europe.
It's true.
Also, Stitcher, did you ever take those drugs?
Let's make another one.
You said they expire in a day.
They expire in a day.
Yeah.
Unless he
Yeah,
crafted
yeah.
them without the
Nope.
Okay.
Did it with the daily reagents.
Alright, give me a
Yeah.
it'd be a fortitude save.
Do I just click use?
I would think.
I'm clicking it. It's not doing anything. Maybe
Well, I
I
think
have
that's the
Use,
Although
use
it-
for it,
use,
but,
use.
It would be
Sure, what's wrong?
you would click
you
where
can click the
in the
fortitude.
chat it says DC 15 fortitude.
to- Okay. Is this public?
Doesn't matter. Oh boy,
Baby, that's what I've been waiting for.
you got the
I wanna
effect
murder
of that
you,
grit
Tommy.
stage 1.
Okay.
Hell yeah, buddy. Your crafting checks are gonna be so good.
In athletics, if you need her to run an errand right now, man, she can fucking run.
Yeah, buddy.
It's just trying to wake up.
You got that +1. You're feeling jazzed, ready to.
But did she grab a brush and put a little makeup?
You were
Yes.
feeling good.
Feeling good.
Filled with vim and energy, ready to perform, ready to dance, ready to. you're pretty sure you could lift this in and throw it over the mountains.
So I'm awake, is what you're saying.
You are awake.
I will.
How you feeling?
I will talk to Eli, and I say, I don't really see the big deal about your whole ritual. I have scissors on my person right now. I can cut your fucking hair.
That's not the point. It's a cultural thing.
That's stupid.
You're stupid.
At least I'm not sitting around waiting around for some old fuck to cut my hair.
Holy shit.
Hey, that's family, man.
I'm over here shaking my shaker cups, and then I just hear that, and I'm like, huh?
Beaumont's like, I don't know what voice that was. Oh, and he turns around and he's like, it couldn't have been Stitcher. She doesn't talk. Eli is
She's
some
only said
complete
3
stranger
things so far.
ever talking shit to you.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, you're lucky that I know that's the drugs talking.
No, it's,
Oh,
it's
boy.
not, actually.
Oh, boy. This is gonna turn into a fucking fist fight again.
Good.
All right.
I mean, it's still Yule. It's still Yule.
This
It can still
Time
happen.
for fist
It
fights
can
is
still
In fact-
happen.
I'm gonna, due to, like I said, you go and you get drugs, and then, I guess, like I said, Beaumont's slinging drinks.
Oh yeah, what
Micah,
wasn't Micah approaching me?
Micah goes and he looks at the board. However, in this case, more than 10 minutes passed, so I need Stitcher to give another fortitude DC 15 fortitude saving throw.
Is that with constant use?
After 10 minutes, you have to make another check to see if it progresses to stage 2.
Okay.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay, I did not understand that was how that worked. Okay. Really? So hold on.
It's not
So
I mean, it's a poison technically.
No, I understand, but like one use could potentially go all the way to stage 6?
Theoretically.
That seems wild to me. Okay. That's literally not how drugs
Well, I
work.
mean, people...
Oh, well, okay. I didn't mean to make that one public, but 19.
Alright, you are fine. You come down from the... you feel the grit, but you do feel it come down pretty quickly.
Thank you. I have not been sleeping well these last 6 days.
Berates you and then thanks you
Yeah,
afterwards.
I don't really blame you. I mean, it's been a fucking wild few days.
It's too fucking quiet here.
Oh, you're telling me, man? Like I'm used to the city. Like this is real quiet. Like I heard a fucking deer outside last night. That shit scared the fuck out of me.
Ah, yes, I remember Valheim as well. The stuff of nightmares.
Yes.
No, I legit like in Florida. This is actually like spring last year. I woke up at like fucking 2 a.m. to shit rattling around in my backyard. I opened the window. It was fucking deer just like crashing around everything.
Oh, Florida.
Alright.
No, this was in South Carolina.
Florida.
Time passes. You're able to sit down with Eli. Like I said, you know, there's people around. You're planning to talk to Eli?
Mike.
Yep.
Who's talking to me?
That'd be me. All right. So, Eli, you're
what's up?
from out there out west, right?
Yeah, Bulwark Blade. Why?
All right. You pretty knowledgeable about the people over there?
More or less.
All right. Pretty tight knit community.
I don't know about tight knit, but I mean you got your factions, same as any other major populace.
What you know about the other guys?
Colin, what do I know about the Elder God?
I roll
I
a
know
recall
that
knowledge
fucking
society check.
Society.
Do I hear him? This is the same day, right?
I mean, it's all happening the same day.
I will also.
You're all just talking.
Actually, Colin, I'm gonna roll a different but slightly related check.
I would say, what?
Lore
I'm the
roll?
one that
What kind of
fucking
check?
determines the fucking check, Connor. An underworld lore check would be an applicable check for this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was
Yes,
gonna
that
roll
would be an applicable check, but I'm the one that says, yes, that's an applicable check.
Roll that. If
You don't
I'm-
get to
I
make
should
that
you
with
roll
your-
this kind of
Not a
check.
statement.
Can I roll for this instead?
An
Yeah.
underworld skill check, that lore check is an applicable skill check.
It's fine.
Alright. The Elder Gaz family, whenever he talks about it, Eli, you do know that they're a relatively, well, I wouldn't, they're a pretty minor crime family that has a presence in all of the like towns within like the southern part of the Freelands, like the Bulwark Blade, Saint Stan, Faith's Anvil, Kirkwall. They've got a presence in all of these. New Birth,
Yeah.
they've got like a presence there. They're not like the biggest of people, but they do maintain a pretty prominent, well, a prominent enough presence that they're known.
So they're not like the biggest movers and shakers in town, but they are the biggest presence in town, essentially.
They're not. I would not even say. Or yeah, they're definitely not the biggest movers and shakers. They're not even the biggest crime families in these towns, but they do have a particular specialty. That is forgery. They're exceedingly good at forgery and illusion.
Okay.
They're also quite small. That's what you know. Stitcher, with her underworld check, was a very good underworld check, knows the Aldergast family is actually an offshoot of a breakaway little faction of the Aldergast family that is from the Steps of Absolution. Probably 40, 50 years ago, one of the wayward sons broke off and struck out on his own, and he made his own little crime family in Kirkwall in the southern lands of the Freelands. So it's small, but it's pretty powerful, and it specializes in, like I said, forgery, illusion magics, that sort of thing.
Sorry, Aldegaz's family is an offshoot of a larger faction from Steps of Absolution.
Yes, they are
And
indeed.
Okay, got it.
So Eli, upon hearing the questions, you're gonna scoff a little bit. It's like, what are you on with them? Like, I mean, don't you get like kids and trees or something that are up on the board too?
That's fucking white collar crime.
Like, these guys even are that bad. Like, what are they up to?
Well, I don't know much about what they're up to. All I'm looking for is my payday. They're up on the board. They're in the book. I got my eyes set on them.
What are they in for? What are they on there for?
Did it even actually say on there?
It said fraud,
And larceny.
Okay, yeah.
and larceny.
Okay, yeah. Fraud and larceny.
Garden variety.
For Remy Aldergaz, so.
Would I know that name in particular from my society roll?
No.
Right.
Some
Yeah, I've heard of him.
some
Probably
wayward
some lone
son.
guy. Yeah, some wayward son somewhere. Just
Yeah, I think I'm.
he ended
I
up
think I'm
getting
piecing
caught
some
when he
things
shouldn't have got
together.
caught.
I think I'm piecing some things together.
Yeah, I mean, they might be worth. They might be worth chasing down. I guess I don't know. Been nearby.
It's Kirkwall.
Yeah, down by Kirkwall.
Kirkwall.
Actually, where your uncle's gonna be coming back.
Well, we might have to head down that way after he comes back, depending on what his findings are. I mean, because he could come back with a flat dud. So.
Well, I suppose I wouldn't mind the company.
Yeah, I mean, I know the area pretty well. I could at least help out a little bit. I'm just trying to
thanks.
break up the monotony of my family's company is all.
The monotony of existence.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell
The
yeah.
Well,
cruel life of privilege and money.
And getting that pussy blasted.
Stitcher spends the next 5 minutes trying to snip off Eli's braid at the table.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's just messed up.
It's not time yet!
I'll just reach over and slap her hand. No.
For the record,
No.
these are like super ornate, like sheer scissors. These are like the size of a dagger.
And I will still swat your hand and go, no, no.
Amazing.
Horrifying.
I will.
I guess-
I will instruct
tag it.
Sawbones to distract him. We get benefits from flanking.
Yes.
They get benefits from flanking.
I mean, you would have to cast a hex to get benefits from flanking.
A hex Eli's hair.
Pussy's never gotten the better of me.
Alright, that's good. That was good.
Anybody can see that.
I'm a twink femboy. Your gothussy means nothing to me.
Yes.
Boy,
You
Put
are
on your legs in
powerless
your
here.
sleep. Jesus Christ.
You are powerless here.
Cody, that took the wind out of Cody. He had to back up his
Yeah.
chair.
All right,
Fuck.
get some information. Get a possible side quest. Does anybody do anything? You do some drugs,
Why's
I'm
that
making
ground?
drinks, and then we're going to bed.
and then you're going to bed.
Yep.
Said Beaumont, your day is spent. You did an
Yeah, I
earned
mean,
chemical roll, so that takes your day.
Yep.
If Mike doesn't want to press it any further, I'm just going to read my books, take a bath, go to bed.
It's like real life.
Yep, I'll go up to my room.
Minus the reading.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Now, Matthias, if you
I
had
just don't
heard,
have the brain cells for it.
if you had heard the Aldergaz crime family, would you know anything about it?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. I was actually working on coming up like previous accomplices and things like that. But I haven't come up with a name, but it's possible that they could have been like a rival gang or one that we had worked with in the past.
Possibly. It's not a big family, but it is it does have a specialized niche in forgery and fraud and illusion and disguise and things like that.
Then probably one that we might have worked with in the past before, not so much had a rivalry with, but
All right. Aldergaz crime family, one you have worked with in the past, Matthias. Remy Aldergaz. If you want to, you can roll a. Well, I don't think you have underworld lore, so.
funny enough, no. As a bandit, I get terrain lore.
It's a little bit crazy.
It's probably because like you're I just do the job and don't ask questions type of man.
I'll let you roll a it's a humanoid, so it'd be society lore, but I'll give you a bonus, or I'll make the DC 2 lower. All right. Remy Aldergaz is a if whenever you hear mention of Remy Aldergaz and the Aldergaz family, Remy Aldergaz is sort of a wild card. He is an unruly child. He never did what his dad wanted him to. Much like, his grandfather struck out from the steps of absolution to form their own little sort of crime syndicate, their own little niche within this world of fraud and illusion. He sort of tried to strike out on his own to undermine his. Well, I wouldn't say necessarily undermine his father, but to kind of take his own jobs without consulting his father. A lot of them were the same job, essentially doing the same things. Your family would have worked with him on very simple, or your bandits would have probably worked with him on forging, like
trade deal.
It's almost like
manifests,
like trade manifests and things like that.
Yeah.
To make it seem like, oh, there's nothing. It's just a cart full of sausages. It's not a cart full of like alcohol and things like that. He sort of struck out on his own. He is a pretty powerful magician.
Is he a human?
He is human.
Okay.
Quite young, probably about 30 or so.
And this is Remy?
Remy, yes. So he's kind of broken away from the family a little bit, but he's pretty powerful magician. Like I said, good at forging, like making illusions, and like I said, you can make an illusion on a document to say it says one name, and the next guy reads it, he says another name, that sort of thing.
My God, that's trickery. That's against the law.
Oh my God, this white collar crime.
Oh my God, white collar crime, the worst crime.
And now, sorry, just to make sure, was Remy was the one that posted?
No, Remy is the one that's wanted.
No.
Yeah, he's the target.
Oh, okay, so he's the one that's wanted on it.
Yes.
Okay.
Matthias wouldn't know anything about criminality.
Unfortunately, the Bulwark Blade, or the Faith Resolute, has discovered his nefarious dealings and has put out a bounty on him. Not only because he's a criminal, but also because he is a rogue magic user.
Okay. So, but then the bounty was put out by the Bulwark Blade.
Yes, it is put out by by the Faith Resolute.
Okay, the Faith Resolute.
You bring proof of his death to any of those big Faith Resolute places, they'll pay you out.
What if I bring him in alive?
They'll still pay you out. They'll try him.
Alright.
And by try him, they'll execute him.
Well, you know.
You can't.
Anyway,
You can't suffer witches.
so Darby comes.
All right. So the time passes. It's like, here's a possible side quest. If nobody does anything else, it will pass from this day, the final day of Yule.
I would hang out with Eli and draw sketches for him.
Eli's over there. Oh, good. Now draw her farting.
It's weird. He wants me to put a braid on every one of the characters. Fucking weird, man.
Does that make?
All right.
On me.
Eli
Laura hates me for that, by the way. I do that to her all the time now.
Eli dares you to draw a picture of Stitcher, but draw yourself naked and give it to him. He dares you to do it. He says you won't do it, and then when you do it, he disappears with it upstairs.
Oh no.
Why has he been gone for the past 15 minutes?
He's
I'm trying and it won't work.
He comes
yeah,
back
that's
down.
what I was gonna say.
He comes back down covered in sweat, like, whoa, I need some water. He drinks it and heads back upstairs.
Eli, why is your forehead red?
Alright.
Why are your knees red?
Malcolm Darby.
The feast of Candace Beatrice is a relatively nice affair. Like I said, this happens on the Friday. This doesn't happen technically on the last day because the last day is the feast of the New Year. But it is nice, and like I said, your stuff's all taken care of. The day passes. It heads the final day of Yule. And oh boy, are you excited, Eli. You're finally gonna do it. You're gonna finally pop your cherry. Oh
Hell
boy.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. I'm gonna be a man now. Again, the day passes.
How many times does it pass?
How many
We're
times does it
stuck
pass?
in a loop.
It's on the bright side. It's just hours that pass. As it
Time
heads
travel fleece bag.
to nighttime, as like I said, we're sort of moving forward. Unless anybody's like heading out of the Berg's tap room to do something, this sort of time passing forward until roughly after dark on the final day of Yule. Maybe 7, 8 o'clock. Mama Berg, to her credit, has done a good job offering distraction from the previous night, the affair with the Crimson King, and people have pretty quickly settled into a more normal state of mind. There's a lot of laughter, a lot of joking, there's games, there's presents. But about Eli, you might sort of get a little bit nervous. Malcolm Darby still has not showed up as the sun sets. There was the idea that maybe Matthias could do it, because he does seem to walk in the light of Abadar. It's important to the bulwark or to the Faith Resolute, but it's still not, it's still not your friend.
It's still not family.
It's still not family. It's normal for family to be there. It's already going to be weird enough with you out here. But at after dark, maybe 7, 8 o'clock or so, the door to Berg's tap room slowly opens, as many people have gone to bed, hoping to wake up early and head out in the morning, on the first of the new year, to go about their business. And there is Malcolm Darby. He looks tired, to be sure, worn down. He looks, even though, like I said, Malcolm Darby himself is old, he looks even older, having these past 3-4 days of travel have worn on him. And he leans heavily on Bramble, the great black and gray boar, next to him. But he still has a kindly, serene smile on his face.
I've been sitting at a table, like, anxiously waiting for him to come back. So as soon as that door opens, I'm just like beelining for the door. I just run up and hug him.
Oh, gay.
I'm glad you're okay, Uncle Michael. God damn it. So, fuck you.
He puts one arm around you, and like I say, he's probably Malcolm Darby's a little bit shorter than you. Like I said, he's half dwarf, so he's a little bit shorter than you. But he puts one strong arm around your shoulder. He says, "Young man, you're going to knock what breath I have in me out of me."
Oh, I don't think I could do that. You should have seen the fucking week we had when you were gone.
Well, you will have to tell me about it, my boy. And I have learned some worrying things that I would share with you. But that is not for tonight. He sort of says, tonight is a night of celebration, and tomorrow can be a day for worry. I rushed back.
What was the last part?
He said he rushed back.
Oh, he
Stitches.
rushed back.
Stitcher slides a single silver over to Monty because she had bet that the old man was going to die.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, 4 silver.
He sort of smiles. He said, "Oh, would not miss one of the most important days of your life, young man." I only wish that your mother and father and your brother could be here.
Yeah, they've all got their reasons.
I did send word to your father.
Did he send anything back yet?
I am
Like
afraid
a
not.
big old gout of fire? Maybe a bomb?
I'm afraid not. And he sort of pauses for a moment. He says, I'm glad that he did not have time to send anything that he would perhaps try to stop the cutting of your braid.
I know, he's not spoiling this for me. I
Mal-
don't care. That letter can lay unopened.
Malcolm Darby sort
I'm not.
smiles a little bit and shakes his head. Of course not. You're a man now.
Yep, and here's to I guess a new future, one that I can make for myself, not one that's dictated to me by, I guess, what I could call my betters.
He nods his head. He says, "Yes. It is finally time for you to forge your own path. And I believe, I hope it will be a straight and wide path. You, my dear Eli, I think you've got a lot of exciting days in front of you. I only wish I had as many."
Oh, you've had enough adventure to fill dozens of books, Mr. Malcolm.
At least a half dozen, I would imagine. Roll a perception check. Actually, yeah. Bring up Malcolm Darby.
Perception?
Possession.
I'll even let it be a public roll if you want. The
The
DC
public roll.
Ooh.
is. Let me go to my.
Don't say it. Let him roll first.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
God damn.
DC's
that's
25. Fuck you.
My god, it's only well, you know, it was only against a 20, so you critically succeed. He is clearly worried about something. Pretty worried about something. Probably something he has learned. Like I said, he only spent a short time away. Something he learned in his research wherever he headed to Kirkwall to ask people about like these tumors, these growths, these strange occurrences on the road has shaken him, and it's shaken him pretty heavily. But he's putting on a real front because he wants your braid cutting to be a very special occasion. He wants it to be the last little gasp of your childhood, and tomorrow.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna look at him and smile and say, "Hey, like you said, tomorrow's a day for worry."
Tomorrow, he sort of smiles and nods. Says, "Tomorrow is the day for worry. Today is the day of celebration." But he is
That half-hearted way.
whatever he's learned he's learned something. That's for sure. But he is holding it back. He wants it to be tomorrow. He wants you to have one last gasp of halcyon childhood.
Eh,
Yee.
We're making
Yeah.
chalky milk for Eli tonight.
Yeah.
Mm.
Chalky milk and nuggies?
All
Let's
right.
go.
You drink chocolate milk. You eat chicken nuggies, and you beat off one time, and you come without making any semen. Classics.
Huh.
That's a normal Tuesday morning. For
As
me.
is normal.
Interesting. I don't like how Connor turned off his camera, his wife disappeared, and then it popped back on. Like, that's really suspicious.
We just had to like
Yeah, where's
It's like,
she?
deep
yeah.
instant transmission her to the moon. Then come back.
Turn the camera down so we can see if her dead body is there.
Yeah, let's get the live feed of your crawl space there, buddy.
Oh my god, he's hiding the dead body.
That's true.
Oh no.
Hey, does Eli want any type of special drink for his big day? Or is he not? Is
Ooh.
it? Does he not?
Make him a
Like,
rum and
have-
coke with Pepsi.
Yeah.
Oh god,
remember
damn it,
that.
Connor. You're never
As
gonna let
is
that
tradition.
shit go, are you?
As is tradition.
I don't know if Eli would have a drink of choice.
That's why he orders a rum and coke that's made with Pepsi.
It's true.
I was just
No, I think
That's
Yo!
I think what he would do. I think what he would do is he would
I almost told the
he would
story.
ask Belmont for like dealer's choice, but like give me something that'll put some hair on my chest.
I almost told.
Okay.
It reminds me of the story. Like I said, I went to a party that had a $10 entry charge, like entry fee, to cover drinks, and we went there, and they didn't have rum and coke. They didn't have rum or coke. I had to drink vodka and
Wow.
Pepsi.
Wow. Oh.
We ended up.
Yeah.
I would've left
The
that
only
party.
reason we left
My
because
money.
I was with a friend that wanted to sleep with the guy that was in charge of the party. But we ended up leaving and going downtown. In the last 15 minutes of going to Opera Room to see how many 75-cent PBR drafts we could drink in 15 minutes.
God damn.
It's a good story.
Get this man a Beppis, the drink of men.
All right,
I
whatever
prefer conch.
whatever you drink. As midnight pairs onwards, you can see Malcolm Darby seems to try to involve. I wouldn't say he like tries to involve others of you, but he does seem like he goes out of way as he goes to Stitcher and he says, would you be amenable to me borrowing your scissors if I were to use it to cut Eli's hair for the ceremony?"
I thought, wasn't there like a specific knife for that or something?
No, he doesn't have a specific knife.
Don't be a fucking weirdo, Stitcher. Jesus Christ.
No, I
I could
was
just shoot off the tail.
I was legitimately asking. I thought that was. a thing.
Stitcher, don't be a fucking weirdo. God damn, you're spilling your spaghetti everywhere right now.
There is a specific ribbon that he wears in his hair, but
Oh,
he
there
does
we
not
go.
have a.
Okay.
There's not a knife to cut it.
Spaghetti.
The SS.
I will hand them over. I won't say anything.
All right. He goes and he.
Can I get while I'm handing that over, I want to see if I can get a read on like how full of shit is this guy?
Micah?
Yeah, no, Darby, because like he gives me the impression that he's putting on the brave face, but he's like not okay.
You can roll a perception check. He seems worried, a little bit distracted.
Okay. I was talking to Sarah during some of that exchange. Had we told him about the Crimson King yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, we're worrying about the happy ceremony and Yule, and then we're
The
gonna
idea,
talk serious.
the idea that Eli gets his last night of childhood, and then tomorrow's
I see.
the first night of manhood. Like I said, the final halcyon night of childhood,
I hate-
or
Okay.
he passes on to becoming a man. All right. He goes to you, Matthias, and while you
Darby or Eli?
Darby does,
Darby?
and he asks you, he says, normally, many members of the faith resolute to help in this ceremony. I understand that we are in quite short supply. But you do walk in the light of one of the goodly gods.
Stitcher's suddenly regretting handing over her her scissors.
You'll have to forgive me if I don't know the ceremony fully.
He smiles, nods his head. He says, "It's very simple. You will be the braid burner. I will hand you the braid and you will toss it into the fire."
Would it be better for me to be fully faith resolute, or just to be me for this?
He shakes his head and he says, "The faith resolute, while it does conduct this ceremonies, the most important thing is sincerity."
Then I'll look to Eli there. And I'll ask him then. Because only he can decide then what's most sincere. Basically what I'm asking, should I go in this fully, like, everything I have that's religious set up, or go in as the Matthias that you know for this?
I couldn't ask for anything less than Matthias that I know. I mean, the Matthias that I know is the part that helped me get through this week where I am going to get my braid cut. So
Technically, you
I
haven't
think
made it through the week yet.
Eli, you don't think
fuck you. It's
you
day
don't-
6.
You know Malcolm Darby. He would not want like an heir. He sees you walking in the light of Abadar. That's not heirs. Abadar has chosen to give you something.
Very well then.
Me or him?
No, Matthias. Like, if you're a champion, the god has chosen for some reason. They've seen something in you that has given them reason to give you a little bit of power.
Well, first off, hearing that response, it's a little bit of a, God damn it, in Matthias's head. But also,
Papa Maddie, Papa Maddie.
no, fuck off! Don't you dare put that evil on me.
It's too late.
Leghorn, Foghorn.
Yes.
Then I would imagine that, because you say that that the faith resolute, they put that they're the ones who are like the fully masked ones, generally speaking. Yeah.
No, that's the
Depends
servants, right?
depends on which sect of the faith resolute you're in. The servants of Succor are like fully masked. They wear
That's
a mask.
Right. That's what it is. Yep, that's what Connor was saying. Okay. Well then, Matthias would keep some of that stuff because the faith resolute, but he's not going to go into like the full, wearing like the thing and burning of like the holy candles and all the other ritual that goes with that. So instead, he'll just go.
You don't have to work. You don't have to join the faith resolute or anything. He just.
Well,
You're not a man who stands on ceremony?
He does.
Are you asking me that?
Yeah, I'm asking you, Cody. Like, you're not one to stand on ceremony? Your character?
Well, it's also the ceremonies are still. It's also kind of a blessing in itself. I don't think he would know the full ceremony anyway.
Oh shit. So is this also kind of like a religious occasion, to some degree, if we're having faith resolute?
I mean, it could be religious.
It could be,
but
yeah, but not. It doesn't have to be.
Do you want me to say Mazel Tov at the end?
No. Does Eli serve like a god or anything that we know
I haven't. I feel like he would, but I haven't really picked one yet.
No.
It's gonna be one of the good ones, like Saren Ray or some shit.
of? Okay.
Y'all motherfuckers need Saren Ray.
Saren gay?
Like, I was thinking of like, he wanted something with hair on his chest, but like, if we're doing faith resolute stuff, I guess I'd bust out the special like little bottle of sake that I have, because it's supposed to bring you closer to the gods and like religious experiences and magic and stuff. So
Now,
I guess he'd get a swig of the special sake that I carry around.
Malcolm Darby
If he
is
would like to take it.
pretty fucking religious, so that's why there's real religious airs around
Yeah.
the ceremony, and most of the, and like I said, most of Eli's family is also pretty
Yeah.
fucking religious.
Well, I mean, if Malcolm Darby would allow me, if Eli asked for a drink, I'd give him, the ceremonial like sake to have
Of course,
during it if he wants it.
Malcolm Darby does worship Golsara, so
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy the burning rice liquor, my dude. Delicious.
Do you sip it or do you just like take it down?
Do you
Well, it's in a.
are you asking like in real life?
Well, I'm asking that both in character and in
Okay.
real life because I don't fucking know.
Depends. Generally speaking, if it's hot, you sip it. If it's cold, you can throw it back.
don't tell me how
I
to
mean-
fucking get drunk.
But also, you can drink it however you want. They genuinely don't care.
I mean, typically, what happens, at least for me, is they put a sizable amount in the dish, and you kind of pass it around to everybody that would be in the ceremony.
Sake
So-
is legitimately the most affordable way to get absolutely fucking shit faced.
That is true.
All
I
right,
haven't had it. I need to try it.
It is delicious hot. Like I love hot sake. But the reason I say that is because when they bring it out, they usually bring out like enough for multiple people, as standard. So
you
I'll
pour him
Then
some
I will-
drinks
Sorry.
and things
sorry,
like
go
that.
ahead.
Like I say, you pour him some drinks. Like I say, really Eli probably doesn't know what he fucking wants to drink. Let's be real.
No
Yeah, that's
one
why I'm
knows
giving
who
him
that
the
is.
rum
ceremony
and
stuff.
Coke made with Pepsi.
We'll make the rum and coke with
Has to
Pepsi
happen
after at
once.
the ceremony. Don't you worry.
Why would I deliberately ask for the worst option possible?
No,
Connor?
that's the point. You don't ask for it. You don't know what to ask for. So you are given, as is tradition, a rum and Coke made with Pepsi.
No, I was gonna give him the graveyard, which is vodka, rum, gin, tequila, triple sec, whiskey, Scotch,
What
beer,
the
and stout all
fuck?
mixed together.
What
It's to
the
kill you.
fuck is that?
All right, let's.
That sounds like a
That's,
bad
I mean,
idea.
Well-
that's a Long Island iced tea with more shit in it.
We will get
Yeah.
we'll get the serious on. It's a nice
Yes.
It's a nice ceremony for Eli as he passes on from childhood to manhood. The night passes. This ceremony happens at midnight, essentially. The burning of the braid. By this time, most people have gone to bed. Understandably, there's a few drunks that are playing cards in the corner. There's one that's passed out near the hearth, curled up in a fetal position, using the dying embers of the fire to blast away the cold of the night air of this. Like I said, this is the first really cold nights of winter. And in this quaint, small tap room is one of the most important moments of Eli's life. As Eli, there are, like I said, people around, strangers, but also your newly found friends, your newly found companions, people that have fought alongside you. Malcolm Darby takes Stitcher's scissors at the strike of midnight, and with a clean cut, just snips through your hair, and the braid falls away.
He starts rubbing the back of his head.
He sort of holds up the braid, and he says, "Here we have the final remnants of this man's youth." And he very ceremoniously turns in place, and he hands it to you, Matthias, to be burnt in the fire.
Just
I'll,
for context, are we talking like a Phantom Menace rat tail, or are we talking like 18, 19 years of hair growth of
Look at his
basically
picture.
basically a mullet accumulated
his
into
No, it-
Sure.
It's more in line of Phantom Menace. I mean, you can trip off the end, but you can't like take off the whole thing.
All right, so it's just a single strand. Got it.
He has a picture. He's just a boy. He's just a boy.
Let the
Just a-
ceremony
it's
be
just a-
finished. No interruptions.
Yeah.
I'll take the braid.
Aniseed Monty.
I'll take the braid and I will place it into the fire. Not toss or throw, but I'll place it in there.
It catches the light, and Eli, you feel the weight of your braid disappear as quickly as the weight of adulthood, of manhood, places itself upon your shoulders, as you realize you are no longer a boy. You have a man's responsibilities. That means you have to suck Malcolm Darby off.
Colin.
You have an adult's responsibilities now. And that, as far as you're concerned, and as far as you've been taught in the Bulwark Blade, except surrounded by the Faith Resolute, is a duty to the world, in a sense. That's part of the ideals, and that's part of the ideals you would have grown up around. It doesn't mean necessarily you have to follow it, but that is, in the Faith Resolute, surrounded by the Faith Resolute, that is one of the ideals that would have been instilled within you in becoming a man, is this idea of you kind of look out for the world. You don't have to follow it, like I said, but that's, like I said, you would have grown up around that.
Yeah.
And with that seemingly small gesture, the ceremony is done. Malcolm Darby sort of puts an arm around you, pats you on the back with a large smile on his face, and he says, I am very proud of you, young man. It feels far overdue.
Yeah. But it's done now. And it can't be undone. That's my favorite part about it.
He smiles, and he says, I sent word to your father, but as I said, he won't have time to respond to try to stop it.
I bet he's gonna be pissed.
I fear that it might cause a wedge between me and your father. But you are...
He wouldn't let that happen.
He sort of shakes his head and says, you deserve to walk your own path, to see the sights of the world, to make mistakes, to get into trouble. Trouble that you have to bail yourself out of. I want you to walk that path.
Well, now that I'm a man, I can.
Exactly. You can. But yeah, he, like I said, your dad's probably not gonna be happy about it.
Nope.
He's always tried to stop you from this, but Malcolm Darby, he's willing to butt heads with your dad. He's willing to butt heads with your dad about it. It's too late now. It's done.
Yep.
You're a man now. And you know what that means? Mama Berg falls to her knees in the tap room.
I'm fucking murder you.
Oh my god.
And Colin, keep it together for 20 minutes at a time.
No.
Impossible.
No.
I cannot.
Challenge.
Never.
We need to start. We need to get Colin like a beer dispenser. So like every hour of serious gameplay, he gets
Oh, yeah.
one beer.
That's the only way he gets beer in the future.
You know,
Oh,
Pacific.
Oh no.
You know Pacific Rim after they beat a kaiju and Idris Elba's like, reset the clock!
Yeah.
Every time Colin says something like that.
Oh no, we would just do combat like all the time.
That's true.
That's how he'd get back at us. Am I handed back my scissors?
He
Nope.
Yeah, he throws
Oh,
him
no,
As-
Stitch
As
is just
Eli
in there
said-
like,
yeah, he also throws them in the fire, obviously.
It's okay. I was gonna cast prestidigitation on them to clean them anyway.
Right, but he does why? Because he's old and he's dark skinned. He's black man. You have to clean him.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
no.
it's literally the meme of like the white hand and the black hand shaking hands, and then the white guy's washing his hands right after.
He gives you back his
Oh,
That's what
scissors.
he's doing right now.
Also,
I
wait,
prefer
reset
the one where the
clock.
guy's about to. I prefer the one where the guy's about to shake hands with the black guy, and then it cuts to the close up of their hands, and it's two white hands.
Are you saying
Man,
you
Stitcher
prefer
really
white
needs to watch
hands?
Mr. Rogers with that little kiddie pool in the black mailer.
He gives you
Oh,
his,
you not seen that one?
he gives you the scissorbacks. Eli, he pats you on the back. You are Mama Berg brings you a drink. There's whenever you drink the final few remaining people in the tap room, they like hold up their drinks and they're like, "Congratulations," and they sort of place their drinks down and they pass out. It's not the most ceremonious of transitions in your
Ceremonies.
life, but it's not the most adulent, but it is still important. And Malcolm Darby is proud. And you feel like your mother would be proud. You feel like your brother would be proud. Your father, probably not.
Damn. Sucks.
Just coping and seething in a chair all day.
Now
Opium.
Matthias,
Yes. That's me.
as Eli drinks, and he eventually passes out, and people begin to turn to the bed, sort of go to their bed. Stitcher goes up to her room, Beaumont goes up to their room as people sort of go on. Hey, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Come
The
here.
child has come from Matthias.
What you doing?
No.
Hey, we're watching
Do
Avatar.
not let this child near me.
They're fighting
We're
with
here
fire.
we're here for the child support you owe us for your banditry.
Why are we playing?
No.
We're playing Pathfinder.
Let's play it.
Here,
Who's a Pathfinder?
say we're using our imaginations to describe things.
Yeah, let's do
Your
that.
uncle is sad.
Okay,
Play a game.
let's play a game.
No, I said let's play that game.
It's really
See,
funny
look.
because
Well,
right
why are they
from our
doing
perspective,
those
it looks
wires?
like Colin is talking to a young, energetic Mountain Dew
See,
can.
look. See how there's people on the screen? Those are all people that are doing things.
What about that little black guy
Blue
right
wave,
there?
you monster.
What's what?
Tommy.
That
Thank-
black guy.
Say he's he's an earth gene.
No!
He's made,
Ban
he's
this
made of
man.
rocks.
You gotta ruin him on. You gotta ruin me on.
See.
I see. Hold on. We can even see a picture of him. Hold on. See.
You think if
He's-
we've learned about
No,
that
he's
in
a
our
rock
time,
man.
the things
He's
that
he's
child's
made
gonna
of
have to learn that
rocks.
is gonna develop from our
He's
misdeeds.
statue.
He's a statue. He kind of is, because he's made of rocks, like a statue. He's made of
Oh
marble.
my gosh. He's made of marble. That's him.
Yeah.
Well, he's part of the Marble universe.
Right.
How about
We're
this
gonna
kid?
go
This
look
kid.
at-
This guy's really cool.
Wanna go look at the paint? Okay, real fast, but I think I can smell the food getting made, right?
Yeah, it's already made.
It's already made. Did you eat yet?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
His hair is ridiculous. Oh my goodness.
That's
Well,
some
this
blonde
is
hair.
tight now.
Holy cannoli.
Now that I'm no longer bogged down by a child.
God, if I tried to do that to my
The
cat,
rather, what's the word is? I
He's
don't want to
very
say dire
malleable.
or dour. It is a solemn ceremony for you, Eli. And people, like I said, you've got some drinks, and the night wears on, and people more and more go to bed. Interestingly enough, Malcolm Darby doesn't go to you, Eli. He goes to Matthias. Sort of an older figure. Someone a little bit more seasoned. Malcolm Darby is a kindly man. Always wearing a smile on, always sort of pleasant, wise. Understanding of not just his fate, but the sort of nature and fate of others. He thanks you, Matthias, for helping him in the ceremony. And he says, I wish... Eli is very dear to me, he and all of his family. Thank you for playing a part in his very special day.
It's my duty.
I fear that my strength is waning. I am not who I used to be. Even now I can feel this cough, this infection, slowly clawing what few years I have left away from me. Gods, I wish I could see him grow. But I fear that I can't.
Be happy knowing that he'll make you proud.
I won't ask you to follow him throughout his life, obviously. You have your own trials and tribulations. But if you could check in on him, keep an eye on him every now and then, I would be very grateful. As I said, you walk in a true God's light, even if you don't know it.
I'll yeah, my word on that. I'll do what I can. But it's kind of like said like begrudgingly a little bit, but not trying to show it too much.
Well, he thanks you, and he says, I am grateful, and these are not going to do much good for me. I was never much suited to them, but I hope that they will serve you well. And he will give you the pieces to make a set of it can be full plate mail or bastion plate mail, or he will give you the set to make your armor a set of full plate.
God damn.
Hell yeah.
He was just carrying this shit around? No wonder he's tired.
He has it in a trunk in his room. They're old pieces, but they will serve as full plate.
What's the difference between bastion plate and full plate?
So there are different types of plate mail technically. There are 3 different types of plate mail. There's fortress plate, there's bastion plate, and there's full plate. Full plate was the original player core, and then they came out with bastion plate and fortress plate. Basically, bastion plate lets you position yourself in such a way that you can spend a single action to get a +1 circumstance bonus to armor class against like melee attacks. And the fortress plate lets you spend an action to get a +1 circumstance bonus to armor class against ranged attacks, I believe. And full plate is like, fuck it, don't worry about it. It's all basically the same, because the reality is you're probably never going to use those fortress moments, the entrenched range and entrenched melee.
It is interesting because like theoretically you could do that along with raising a shield.
You could.
No, it's a circumstance bonus.
But they are they'd be good if you were using 2-hand.
Yeah.
Otherwise, full plate. But those are just options if you wanted to. They're literally the same armor. Just the fortress plate and the bastion plate kind of have very, very, very minor bonuses that you'll probably never use.
Okay.
I mean, the bastion plate is technically the most expensive for some reason. I don't know why it's the most expensive.
3 gold pieces more. My God.
It's 1 gold piece more than the fortress plate.
Did you also say fortress plate?
Yes, either one. You could be fortress plate or bastion plate or full plate. Oh, but the bastion plate and the fortress plate, they do have the downside of they have more bulk.
Yeah, they are way bulkier. They're bulk 5 instead of bulk 4. Huh. You also get a -1 check to initiative with the fortress plate. That's hilarious. I'd probably make it a full plate, but
That's fine. Like I said,
but I kind of look at him like, sure.
he nods his head. Of course, I'm sure. You think this old man is gonna be carrying around a set of full plate on his body? Doesn't do me any good. This is from when I was young, and when I had a heart as fierce and protective as anyone else's in this world. Maybe a little piece of that rubbed off on this armor. Regardless, it's not going to do me any good in a trunk in my room. But he's sure. He's sure.
Yeah, I thank you.
Alright. So you get a set of full plate. That was also on my level 1 items that I needed to hand it out.
Dang. Alright, let's...
That, like I said, that's basically like the type of thing you get in place of a magic item.
I mean, that's basically a magic item right there.
It is basically a magic item. Well, this is, like I said, the pieces of this plate, they do have the marking of Gozer on it, but he's carefully inscribed a little pair of scales for Abadar.
He did that purposely for this, or
For
because
you.
already
He did
found?
specifically for you. He wanted you to have this armor.
What is it that you see in me?
He sort of smiles. I see a troubled soul walking a righteous path.
I kind of... Is he... Well, I guess he is kind of with that, but... You've seen what I've seen. You try to.
He pats you on the shoulder. Nods his head. And he says, thank you.
Of course. I'll shake his hand. Or whatever it is the appropriate honorable thing to do in a situation like that is.
Handshake is
Gesture.
Spartacus handshake.
pretty fair. Spartacus handshake.
Where you grasp
Now you
like,
grab his
forearm.
dick and twist it.
The best
No.
show.
Thank you.
The best show.
By
You deserve more of Spartacus.
by
You really do.
Jupiter's cock.
It's the best prequel. Of all
Juno's
media.
cunt! Juno's cunt is the
God.
best exclamation in all of television. I don't care.
Wait a second.
How-
John
I have to
Hannah,
post it.
John Hannah standing in a fountain or
There
in a
we go.
shrine,
How
pissing.
hot was
being asked,
Lucy
"What are you-
Lawless?
What are you doing? And responding, praying, is the best moment in all of television.
Lucy Lawless aged like a fine wine.
I need a reset the clock Idris Elba fucking soundboard sound every time.
All
we
right.
do something like that.
But that is interestingly enough, Malcolm Darby, while Eli has drinks and enjoys them, he goes to you, Matthias, and he says, you know, look, the reality is Malcolm Darby, he's old and he's sick. He has an attachment, a fondness for Eli and his family. Like I said, he's known Eli's father, you know, since he joined the Faith Resolute as a shit-nosed kid and trained him up. He introduced Eli's mother and father. They adventured together. And now he's old and he's sick and he doesn't have children of his own, and he looks at Eli in a way as his own kid, and he's not going to be around to look after him. And so he's asked, you know, can you maybe pop an eye in every now and then, keep an eye on Eli and make sure he's not doing shit. Which is weird that he's asking you to do it, and he's not asking Eli's father to do it.
I did overhear them talking about how your father's probably going to be mad at me. for
Yes.
this, but it's not my place to prod now. I can come later.
But he's asking you to do it. He's not asking Eli's father. And he knows he doesn't necessarily have the strength for it anymore as an old man, old sick man. And in return, he gives you, like I said, something that will hopefully aid you in looking over him. A set of full plate mail, which doesn't, you know, now it seems like much in a couple levels, but like a single set of mundane full plate. Come on, this is some gay shit.
Alright. Okay.
And so the night passes. And it is a new dawn. The very first day of the year 2206.
Whoa.
Whoa. We set the
Where's
actual
Dick Clark when you need him?
Amazing. Thank you, Beaver.
Oh
I
wow.
hardly know him.
That
Clark Dick.
there we go.
I like permission to update the setting.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
unfortunate.
Always.
What are you doing? Trying to set the date?
No, every time you do something, it does that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, it tells us we can't update something.
Oh, it tells you guys
Yeah.
and your character.
It's the very first day of the year 2206. And the dawn rises, bright and cold, as once again there is a faint threat of snow in the sky. As you can see, there's some sort of low-hanging, steely, gray clouds. Eli, you're a man now. Oh my god,
Yeah.
do I have to update your fucking character art? I swear to god.
No, keep the twink. We need the
I
twink.
swear to god if I have to come in and update your character art.
What a sentence.
Eli, you wake up a little bit
You already
tired,
have that same art. You already
little-
have that same art in the character sheet, so it doesn't matter.
a little bit hungover. There are all sorts of people buying you drinks. I would say your character art still has a fucking braid, so I can't.
Oh, that's why he's like saying, "Do I have to change it now?"
Do I have to change your character art? Your character
But
art
we can
still has
change
a
it later.
fucking braid. You are now a man.
I do have one that doesn't have a braid on it, so
And
I do
there-
have one ready for you.
I don't know what you expect, Eli. It's a mundane day. Maybe you expected more. But honestly, it's the same as when you
Yeah, it
woke
just
up.
feels like Sunday.
Feels like yesterday and the day before that, and probably the day, or probably tomorrow. You wake up and you are essentially the same. The world.
I'll ask Malcolm if he's downstairs. I go down there. It's like, is it always this like, just blah?
He sort of smiles and he says, the world doesn't usually march onwards in jumps and leaps. It's a single step.
I suppose.
Diff-
Pass me that bucket.
He's passes you a bucket.
Which end is this for?
Both.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The graveyard is coming for him.
I don't know how I feel.
No.
I don't know how I feel about this cherry wheat beer.
All right,
What is it?
reset the
It's
clock.
Samuel Adams cherry wheat.
I'm almost intrigued,
It-
honestly.
it,
New
it-
year, new me.
It tastes like one of those cherry sparkling waters.
Ugh.
Thank
But
you.
it's a beer.
I'll pass.
It is beer.
Ugh.
How far did we make
let's
it?
see
We
what
made
the
it a
alcohol-
whole 6 minutes.
It's 5.3% alcohol. All right.
That's, almost as much alcohol percentage as the time it took you to say something else that wasn't irrelevant.
Well, you know what? I hope your wife divorces you and marries Gareth.
Oh god.
Damn!
That's the worst insult
That's actually
I've ever
that's
heard.
bad.
That-
I saw
that
the
one hurts.
soul leave
That one-
Tommy's
that one
body
hurts.
When you said that.
That
Would that be
that
worse
one's
for
painful.
Tommy?
Hey, Tommy,
Or
It would be
Why?
worse for.
Go-
Yeah.
Tommy, go get Shelby and tell her that and see what she thinks of that.
Yeah,
But put her on.
I
fuck
wouldn't
you,
put her on
Tommy.
mic first.
The more negative energy we put into the world with that comment, the more bad things will happen.
I've never
So
seen
we're
what
not going to.
I've never seen what Gareth looks like, but I bet he looks like
I'm-
a no. I bet math.
Hey Shelby, come here.
I bet Gareth looks
No,
like an
no,
egg.
Put her on the mic though. We
on.
want to hear the
No.
reaction.
No,
And
Oh my
see
God,
you
it.
can-
did the scene
you
Lawrence
can
was
no
doing
you
what
can
Colin said.
put her on. No, you can
Shelby,
you can
Shelby,
put
Shelby,
No.
Shelby,
I said,
Shelby,
Gareth
Let him
looks
talk.
Gareth
Tell
looks
him
like
what
an
Gareth looks like. in
Gareth
your
looks like an
opinion.
well Gareth looks in my head looks like an eggshell white wall that's slowly drying in the sun after it's been recently painted.
And what did you say, Colin?
I said whenever I was mad at Tommy for saying something, I said I hope Shelby divorces Tommy and marries Gareth. The ultimate in travesties.
God
If I divorce
almighty.
Tommy, that's it. I'm dating women for the rest of my life. Like,
Fair.
That's fair.
You can date
Like, she
look,
was cut by
you
that.
you can date Beaver right there. He's gay.
Yeah, that's fair. He's
Look
halfway
at
there.
that Jufro.
Yeah, look at
Look
it.
at the Jufro. It's beautiful.
He doubles as a mop.
I don't
It
know
keeps
how
me
I
warm
would
in
describe
Florida.
Gareth.
You don't have to.
You want me to
The
go?
world doesn't gain
Do you want me to
anything
go
by
down the
having a
ways that
description.
I've described Gareth? One, I've described Gareth as if the taste of licking an envelope was a person, it would be Gareth.
Yeah.
Personified stale Wonder Bread.
I said Gareth.
Yeah, that's a good descriptor.
I said Gareth. If Gareth talking to Gareth is like getting a paper cut on the little skin that attaches the head of your penis to the shaft of it.
Oh no.
Can't relate. Don't.
I feel bad for the guy, but he's kind of like bleh.
He's also a little bit of an asshole, so.
Well,
Speaking to
Yeah.
Gareth is like remembering that you had plans that you forgot about.
I can't judge people on being like a little bit of an asshole, because a lot of the people can attest here. I have a history of being a lot
You're
of bit of
huge
an asshole.
Colin.
I'm historically an asshole.
Historically an asshole.
But he's an
Colin
asshole
Clark
character,
story.
and Gareth is like an asshole with like.
Everyone.
Yeah, Colin could
Yeah.
just play an instrument.
That's true.
He's got that going.
Got
for
this
him.
got the skin flute going.
St. Gareth is just an asshole to everyone. I can say that because I've known Gareth for most of his life.
That's unfortunate.
I've known Gareth for like
Yeah, I'm sorry. For
a total time of like an hour of talking to him. Like, this dude is bland. That's all I know. He's bland.
He's the personification of remembering plans.
We
It's
didn't.
not like talking to a brick wall. It's like talking to
Shelby.
a tar pit.
We
All
didn't-
the ideas just
we
sink
didn't
right
wanna-
in.
As you can see, Shelby,
We didn't want to
Tommy's
bother you.
character is Beaumont. That's who you're playing for the rest of the session.
All right.
But
All right. No, we'll no. Tell Tom. No, tell Tommy
We
to
have to talk
tell
about
Tommy to
pussy
shut up.
if
We
you're
want
gonna
Shelby
play
to
my
play.
no, thank you.
Thank you.
She has to fight Eli. She has to brawl Eli.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Shelby,
Shelby.
And so I could make a cocktail. I had to
Welcome
distract
to
you.
Watch Mojo, and today we'll be jerking off a horse.
Hell yeah. All right.
Hell yeah.
Shelby
You
was
wake
sad,
up.
unfortunately.
Shut up. We're going.
There it is.
Shut up. We're going. We got time.
Watch Mojo, and today we'll be
she's not a punching bag.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I've been waiting for. I disconnected him.
I'll say-
Hurt my ear.
I don't think I say I don't have a button to server mute literally everyone on the fucking thing on the server.
You
really
can
should,
at
to
least
be
You have
use
to do it
the.
one at a time, though.
I can do it.
Yeah,
One,
can use
I
the
can do it one
soundboard.
at a time, but I don't wanna. I don't wanna make a. I need to make a fucking hotkey to server mute.
The Idris Elbas are almost.
All right, you wake up, the first day of the year 2206, January 1st. It's a Sunday. Interesting enough, every January 1st is a Sunday because on a 28-day calendar with a 1 week between, every day literally hits the exact same days.
So this is the 7th day of the campaign, or would this be the 8th day?
I guess it'd be the 8th day because it started on the 1st. It doesn't fucking matter, Connor. Who
No, it's
fucking
just wondering.
cares? Who fucking cares? You wake up, and Eli, you don't feel any different. You are still... You feel the same as you did yesterday, the same as you did the day before that. You've had your braid cut, you're a man now, and yet... Feels the same.
Everything feels the same.
Everything feels the same. And that's the way that life is. And more importantly,
Yeah,
you
just like,
realize the way
like Dark said, it's one giant step.
the world treats you now. You had a special day, and the very next day, it's get back to fucking work, essentially, as people don't really pay attention to you. Mama Berg offers dinner, or offers breakfast, but she doesn't pay you any special attention. Nobody pays you any special attention. That's the reality.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna go throw up first.
Alright, you throw up. Malcolm Darby's doing fine. Bramble is a little bit drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's up.
He greets you fondly over, it looks like Mama Berg made piping hot croissants. And they're glazed with what appears to be some sort of, like, confectionery sugar icing, essentially.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Hell yeah.
He smiles and he says, I heard that you got into a little bit of trouble whenever I was gone.
Oh, it's me.
He's saying this to
Or
everyone.
to every- Oh yeah.
At this point, we're describing it as
Um,
everyone so we can, like, move shit onwards.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a run-in with fucking King Clad in Scarlet. Or at least someone proposed themselves to be the King Clad in Scarlet.
That's ridiculous. That's just a myth.
I saw what I saw. They saw it too.
myth or
fucking
not,
kill
some
the
crazy
kid?
bastard matching his description.
Yeah, I was gonna say tell it to the kid that isn't around.
Yeah, did you see that grave out front when you were coming in? The new edition?
Sorry.
I did see the overturned ground, yes.
Yeah, that would be, like, how old is he? Like 10 years old?
He's just a
He's
kid.
He's described as
Just
being
a-
about 10 years old.
Yeah, there was a kid came in, just fucking worst shape I've ever seen anyone in. And then not far behind him, as we're trying to treat this kid and get him right, fucking man with no skin, wearing a robe made of skin, comes in and just fucking kills the kid. And just leaves. Like we're
Barbarism.
nothing.
The barbarism.
Oh, that was fucking awful.
Failed experiment.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that
Her-
he's surrounded by failed experiments.
Something about the heroin too. Kind of said under his breath.
Yeah. And that the child specifically failed it.
Well, I'm afraid that I don't know much about that. But these tumors, the growths.
Wait. Is there an insight check in Pathfinder?
That's perception, yes. Versus it would be versus. Oh, technically, I already rolled it. Because it's versus your perception DC.
I don't know what that means, but proceed.
Basically, as soon as as soon as I said something that I thought it might be a deception, I rolled a check against your perception DCs.
Is that just
It's
10
10 plus your perception, and I can look at your character sheets here and see or I can go to Berg's tap room where I have your tokens on. I can see all of your perception DCs. And I will say, he failed against all of them, as he seems worried. There's something
I was specifically wondering if he is full of shit about not knowing what the harrowing is.
He doesn't. Specifically, you don't know that. You get. I'll let you roll it. You can roll a perception check.
Just Connor or anybody for this?
Anybody could do that against the harrowing.
Okay.
But that would be part of his deception DC.
Okay, he failed it.
He does not seem to know a damn. The harrowing is not something he knows of.
Okay.
It's just like I said. It's not. It's just he seems like he genuinely has never heard of the harrowing. Much like you, he's in the same book. I will remind you. I have talked about the harrowing before. That is player knowledge, not character knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is as lost as you are in regards to what the harrowing is. But he is able to speak a little bit more about the strange growths on creatures. The animation of these dead men. He says, I remember when I was a young initiate of the Faith Resolute, not much older than Eli, taking my first steps into the decorated order. We did very... Obviously, at that age, I did very simple and straightforward things. Patrolling the roads and seeing that the streets were safe, but I remember there were tales of beasts transformed, transfigured, polymorphed, mutated, changed. Grisly magical experiments, attempts to amalgamate beasts together. The failures, they bore these tumors.
So, if these were failed fusions, do you know what they were trying to fuse them to?
I don't. The last time this happened was maybe 60 years ago. And as I said, I was just a young boy. But I do know that the Faith Resolute was able to deal with it, but at great cost. There was some sort of monster that was created from the mire and mists of the heretic wastes. At least that is what the story says. And that the decorated order were the ones that were able to finally quell it and fail it. I worry that there is, or he sort of says, I worry that there is someone that is making cruel experiments to make some sort of unnatural beast in this world. A powerful creature that would answer to its will.
Well, we got some failed experiments here, and we got some kid that failed some kind of harrowing. I don't like thinking about things too much as coincidence.
Just to
I
clarify,
don't think it was him, was it?
the wolves and the people we found were a whole thing, right?
They
weren't,
were.
like,
They just had
stitched together.
They weren't stitched together. They just had very unusual growths across them.
Got it. Okay.
So, in other words, it's not a far stretch to think.
As if they were being experimented on, essentially.
So it's not a far stretch to think that the skinless fellow and
Well,
everything else are one and the same.
he sort of shakes his head. He says, I worry about that. With my history readings, I remember reading of the arcane apostasy where the heretics combined, both beast and man, create the Minotaur, the werewolf, and the like. He sort of motions his head, even, other animal amalgamations. He essentially tells you that during the Arcane Apostasy, they combined animals like this. They combined weird shit back in the day. And they've been around, but they've...
Before the...
No, this is during the Arcane Apostasy. They made, basically, shock troopers of, like, Minotaurs, and they combined animals. They made manticores. So all these weird animal combinations in this world are because the Skull cult's like, what if we put them together to make shock troops? Or things like that.
Running on the premise, Colin, that I don't outwardly appear to be a kitsune.
You wouldn't have been one of those anyways.
Okay, I was just making sure there is no connection.
There is no connection. Yours arrived. Okay. Your intelligence arises after the Arcane Apostasy because the latent magic in the air.
Gotcha.
But it is worrying. A king clad or the king clad in scarlet, this Crimson King. Strange experimentations that haven't happened for 60 years.
Yeah, clearly this isn't some kind of lost knowledge. Like, where do people go to I guess, learn about this shit? Who's got this kind of knowledge on hand?
He's
I
Malcolm
feel like
Darby.
it's got to be the next step. It's got to be the next step to finding whoever's doing this.
We have to figure out exactly who would have that knowledge.
Well, we're considering the people that tried to get rid of it. At least from my understanding, probably wouldn't have left a trace of it. Either someone, didn't finish the job, or it's getting around through word of mouth, like folk magic. Things like that.
Yes, indeed.
Well, there's folk magic, then we need to find the folk.
Well, you're not going to find him in Berg's tap room, that's for sure. You should travel with me.
Well,
why don't we head to Kirkswall? It's not much of a town, but I was able to discern a thing or two. Even that was not even in the short time that I was there.
I'm up for it. What about you guys?
I myself did have some business to deal with in Kirkwall. Kirkwall or Kirkwald?
Kirkwall.
Kirkwall. Okay.
W-A-L-L.
Is that one of the places that's in my little journal, Colin? Or is that something you haven't thought into too much?
What exactly is in your little journal?
I like to think of it as a puzzle or like kind of cryptic stuff that leads me places.
Probably not.
Okay.
See, whenever I remember you said, I remember whenever you said your family was, where you were found around the Lightning Reach, I imagined your innkeeper parents were like two kobolds, because they're the ones that live all around the Lightning Reach.
Hell yeah.
I mean, the Lightning Reach is where the kobolds
Kobold
live.
mom and kobold dad.
That's fantastic.
They're right at, like I said,
like it.
kobolds live in the Lightning Reach. They love that place. They believe there was an ancient storm dragon, which is why it's always stormy there.
So we got Seraphine and Thibodeau, mom and dad, little kobolds. Hell yeah.
Yeah, two little kobolds that run in
family.
right at the
I like
edge of Huatan and the Lightning Reach.
The mythos deepens.
All right.
Do they have to stand on each other's shoulders to like have deep talks with you?
Yeah, they have to hug. They have to
that's
stand on
not
each other's
fun.
shoulders.
They do now.
Oh boy.
Real talk. You're becoming a fox man now.
Oh boy. Nobody knows I'm a
He's
fox.
changing-
Don't tell him, Colin. It's a secret.
What the fuck? This guy's a furry?
I'm just
Yeah.
a regular femboy. God.
Just regular femboy. I'm not a furry femboy yet.
All right.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm just kind of off on my own and need some form of guidance or somewhere to go. And good as any.
Well, come on. Let's
Man.
go.
He said, why don't you come with me? He said, hey, why don't you come to me to Kirkwall? It's a bigger city, got stuff to do in there. Well, it's not even a city, it's a fortress town, essentially.
Well, I mean, as long as we get Stitcher and Matthias on board without too much grumping,
Yeah.
I think that's probably the way to go.
Oh, I've got to connect. I mean, Stitch is probably gonna follow the drugs like a damn dog. I don't say that in character, Connor. By the way.
I mean, she wouldn't even register that.
I know, but we've been too chippy already.
Yeah. Well, I
Hey,
mean,
bitch, you want some drugs?
are we
Hey, baby,
are we
you want
doing
some drugs? Get in the back of my ride.
Are we doing a silent majority, or are you guys gonna, agree, disagree?
I mean, I already said I'm going.
Well, I was talking about the grumpy ones, Mike.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Colin, have I been to Kirkwall before?
Grumps
well,
in the bitch.
that's up to you. Kirkwall itself is, I imagine it's the type of place that Stitcher would pretty heavily avoid. It's filled with the Faith Resolute, who do not like arcane magic users.
Generally speaking.
It is a military town where there is, obviously, every town / city has a seedy underbelly of sorts. There's always a black market of sorts. It doesn't matter what size the damn town is. But it's not a big one. It's a very, like I said, Kirkwall is a town where the older members of the Faith Resolute go when they're too old to be in active service, but they sort of give them a nice, like, retirement. Like, here you go. Go live in Kirkwall.
They've gone to Warsaw, North Carolina. There's a rest stop there.
But it is a
Oh no.
religious Faith Resolute town. So it's up to you if you think you would have been there or not.
I don't think I have, and that is why I will go.
They've got a Cracker Barrel there.
I mean,
Oh no! Now we should steer clear.
They've probably
I've
got
changed my mind.
a Cracker Barrel on every street corner that has an early, like, 3 o'clock dinner special.
Not the 3 o'clock dinner special.
All right.
I will consult with Sawbones. The cat.
Punt the cat.
I'm sorry?
What's? See, I say again?
It did sound like you say "fuck the cat."
I already
I-
said.
I
heard
thought he
pump.
said. I heard pump also, which is not good
Punt.
either.
Yeah.
Hunt the
Punt.
cat?
Punt.
Punt. Okay, yeah, you
Yeah.
really gotta
Oh,
enunciate
punt.
those 4-letter words there, Lou.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm telling me, I heard pump.
Yeah.
Always good. Always good. All right. So Kirkwall it is. Everyone seems in agreement of it.
Does Sawbones tell Stitcher yes though, Colin?
Yeah, what? I'm looking for a nod from the cat.
Sub-
What's the cat saying?
I mean, Sawbones is a cat, so
Yeah.
And
Sawbones.
she
said he
didn't
would
say she was
consult
going
with
to
the
talk
Sawbones.
to it. Yeah.
Sawbones licks its own ass and then just stands there, like sits there on the bed staring at her.
Amazing.
That's the signal.
That's the signal.
We ride north.
I mean,
This idea tastes like my balls.
What the fuck are you
That's
talking
good.
about? Of course. It's like when I say, what do you mean?
Oh, we're here.
is this the part where we all like put our hands in the middle and we do like a cheer because we're like a team?
Yes.
Dead fucking gay silence.
Okay.
That's what it
Absolutely
is.
not.
Go Team Twinks.
I swear to
Dude,
Twink and Co.
If you try to get me to participate in one of these cheers, I'm gonna brain you.
hey, that
What does
is
that
more,
mean?
more lively response, and I saw a little twinkle in your eye. We're making progress.
Is Darby accompanying us?
Beaumont's
Yes.
over here
Malcolm
playing,
Darby is accompanying you.
playing Glee. I'm over here
We're gonna
just
have
like
one more beer.
fucking SpongeBob.
That way,
The simple fact of the matter is, Cody, I gotta be fun while it lasts until my Oracle shit starts and I'm fucking going crazy.
I mean,
bro.
that's
You know
true.
what? I guess that's fair.
We have hit on some backstory stuff, but definitely not
It'll
not
be
yours.
fun.
All right.
Man, we're gonna have fun with these characters, aren't we, Tommy?
Oh yeah, buddy.
Trauma Twinks.
I don't have any trauma as of yet.
Mama Twinks is a good band name. Don't deny it.
You head toward, like I said, Malcolm Darby is traveling with you. He wants you to go with him to Kirkwall. It's a bigger town. It's not a city by any means, to be sure. It's not some incredible population, but it is a well-fortified town that, more importantly, has access to the records, or at least people that can at least get into the records or learn things about the previous world. The Faith Resolute is technically the oldest organization that exists in this world. And so you have access to elder members of the Faith Resolute. They're certainly not, like I said, leaders, but no, it's more access than you have at Berg's Tap Room.
Yay.
And so whenever you depart, after on the I don't know, do you need time to prepare?
Me?
Nope. All right, you then
I
no.
pack light.
Malcolm Darby is ready to set out. I mean, he also packs pretty light. He has a room in Berg's Tap Room, but you know what? That's gonna be there when he gets back, if he gets back. So
Oh no.
he walks out and dies right there.
No.
But he'll he's ready to go pretty much at like sunrise on the first day of January.
That's
It's a day's travel to Kirkwall. I'm gonna roll to see if there's a random encounter.
My God.
hell yeah.
I'm just gonna fucking roll.
Level 2.
Level 2.
Level
I'm even gonna make it a public roll.
Come along, Phil Cauldrons.
No, I'm on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna come up with a random encounter. On a 5 to 20, because the roads are pretty safe, I'm going to have it not be.
Use your hero points to make him re-roll it.
Says
wait.
he's going to publicly roll, privately rolls.
Hold on. Why is that? Why is that private?
Why are you lying?
Hold on.
Is Eli still in the room next to Stitcher?
There it is. Hold on. I'll roll. Okay, hold
That's
on.
a D4.
I know. I was trying to see why it's not going private. All right. A 6. All right. Woo!
Oh my God,
safe.
it's happening.
Safe road.
Use a hero point to re-roll it.
Matthias, it takes a little while because you have a cart, don't you?
We did it.
Takes a minute. It takes a moment. Did you say you have a cart?
That is something that I was thinking about, but I wasn't sure how to add it to like the inventory that I have.
So we're gonna go to.
I was gonna say, did you just take the dead trader's
No,
cart?
like he would have.
Yeah, no, he would have started with one. I think it's like part of his class or something, isn't it?
All right.
No, it was something I asked him about, like just for
Well,
transporting like basic stuff.
I think I need. I
gotcha.
think I might need to restart Foundry real briefly because I can't click on anything. All right.
I'm in the landing page.
Like I said, I can't click on anything in the landing page. So I'm
Cody.
gonna hold on. I'm gonna reload Foundry.
Just curious.
All right. I forgot to unpause the fucking recording.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oops.
I always forget to
At what
fucking
point?
unpause the damn recording.
Do you know how far back you paused it?
No, but the point is,
Well,
all that matters is you've decided that you're going. Malcolm Darby, like I said, it's like, hey, let's head to Kirkwall. There's these weird creatures. It happened about 60 years ago. Whenever like I said, Malcolm Darby was just an initiate. He was a youngin, essentially. He heard about this stuff. They were creatures that were considered kill on sight. And immediately report to the Faith Resolute. Apparently something to do with strange experimentations to create amalgamations and sort of mutagenic creatures, which Eli, that would immediately like sparking like mutagens.
Yeah.
To transform,
I'm gonna look into
mutate,
this.
and combine creatures. And he told you that this also happened, thousands of years ago. It happened during the Arcane Apostasy, however much long ago. Whenever the Skull Occult created these unusual creatures. They created Minotaurs, they created werewolves, they created chimeras, all these weird combinations of creatures. They created them. And so now it's like, wait, what the fuck? This is happening again? And that's sort of what, and he's like, alright, well, we're gonna travel to Kirkwall, which is a bigger city, a place where we might be able to get a little bit more information over the course of, like I said, he traveled to Kirkwall, but he was only able to get like a faint, like, pinprick of information, before he came back to be here for your cutting of the Brady line. So that's where we're at. Don't worry, Tommy, I don't think we'll play too much longer. Maybe another 15, 20 minutes.
You said since we started so later, you thought it would be a short
We
game,
did, like I
so
said, we
just wondered.
did start late because we were leveling up our characters.
We could start in Kirkwall next week.
Well, we are going to start in Kirkwall next week, but I'm going to talk about the travel.
I see.
We're gonna roll for 16 more random encounters.
I do have to roll for 16 more random encounters. Hold on. Let me roll.
Oh, I should, since the Braid is cut, I should post this in chat. You see a scar on the back of Eli's neck.
Oh my god.
And I try to draw it in MS Paint.
Alright.
Did not come out very well.
Alright. I rolled 16
Yeah, there's like
D20.
a wheel of runes.
Oh no, you rolled a 1 and the 16 D20.
There's a 1 and a 2 and a 2, so 3 random encounters I have to beat before we get there.
There's also a 20 though.
Oh, okay.
Traveling along, you find that there, like I said, the roads down here are so close to, the Heretic Waste, like I said, Kirkwall, Bulwark, these are all military roads. They're pretty well taken care of for the most part, especially south of Kirkwall. But north of Kirkwall, where you are, they're still okay. They're still pretty good before heading out into the freelance itself. And so you don't really encounter anything dangerous. What you do encounter, however, is a traveling cart. On this traveling cart is a goblin. He is wearing a large sort of bowler hat that has 2 goggles that extend down from it. He seems quite he seems a little bit neurotic, as he has a whip that cracks with electricity, and his cart is drawn by 2, they look like automatons of sort, and every time he cracks his whip out, there is an arc of electricity into the automatons that continue pulling it forward. He greets you, stowing the actual cart, or stowing the actual whip as he wraps it around his hands. It sort of crackles with electrical energy. And in a almost excited goblin voice, he says, Well, it's been a long time since I've seen anyone on the road.
So the first thing
It's not been, he sort of holds up his hand. 6 hours! I'm only 6 years old! That's in a lifetime in goblins' hours!
Are goblins common?
Yeah, they're common enough.
Okay.
Goblins usually only live to be like 20 years old, so
All right,
Oh, really? I
they
didn't
end
know
up
that.
they end up blowing themselves up on Caldera.
that adds up.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. That's a different story.
Well, I mean, compared to the folk we've been running into, sir, you seem awfully friendly.
Friendly? I am the friendliest person you'll ever meet.
I mean, that's good to know. Except I don't have much to look forward to if you're the friendliest that I meet.
Well, not only me that's friendly, you can meet my friends here. My constructs, Bo and Jeff.
I wave at Bo and Jeff. Do they wave back, or do they do
They
anything?
just
Are
stand
they
there.
like humanoids?
They
You
are.
have to
They
roll
do
a
appear to be
wave.
humanoid,
I
but they're not
would say
They're not androids or automatons. They do seem to just be constructs to pull a cart, powered by electricity.
You gotta roll the wave. It's tradition.
You do have to roll
roll
the
the wave?
roll the wave. This extends all the way back to the 4th edition campaign.
This is.
With Kavik.
What do I do to roll the wave?
Roll a d20.
It's a straight
D20?
D20. It's public. You do a mediocre wave at best.
What'd you
Okay.
roll, Tommy?
A 9.
You rolled a 9.
You could have done better.
That's fine.
Shame.
Well,
Shame.
I
Is
mean,
that like the Princess Diana wave? The
yeah. I mean, judging by the cart, you got something to peddle.
There! Yes, I've always got something to peddle. Always have goods. Most interesting, most dangerous, but most exciting.
Damn, I don't know what's more interesting, the exciting ones or the dangerous ones.
Ah, the dangerous ones. Exciting ones. People find exciting things every day, and they pursue them. Dangerous things. Oh, people are scared of the dangerous things.
Can I like see anything sticking out of his cart or on his cart that I would perceive as dangerous? Or like just a general purview of the items he has?
He is covered in soot. He has an electric whip like a Ferengi in Star
Yeah.
Trek The Next Generation.
Yeah.
But his cart otherwise is like covered in like a tarp.
Okay, I figured.
Can
Well,
I
I mean,
get, like a?
I am a
don't wanna
crafter,
Say like emotional,
creator.
but like,
oh,
can I get a read
like-
on the constructs?
You can roll like, what do you mean?
Well, like he's whipping them. Are they like registering that they're being whipped,
No.
or it's just like, okay, so these are like washing machines, basically.
I mean,
he's
yeah.
he's just like doing it for
They're-
show. It looks like.
They're not even horses, essentially.
Gotcha.
He is powering them with his electric
Okay.
whip, and they charge forward.
Oh, he's powering them with. Okay.
Yes, his electric whip
Okay.
puts
That's
energy into them, and they just walk forward.
Well, I mean, I stick to the beverage and food department, but Eli over here is kind of a crafter. And I
Ah.
want to-
A crafter!
I'm
He
down with
nods
the
his head
crafting. You got anything fun in here?
Oh, yes, always. He sort of looks at you and he says, "What kind of crafting?"
Oh, mutagenics, transmutation, elixirs. The occasional alchemist fire too, but I mainly dabble in the burning and explosive ones myself.
I've heard we ran into a goblin. I had to feed my dog.
He
Sorry.
said he
Yes,
had
it
some
was a
very
mind goblin,
exciting and
Connor.
explosive stuff, and I said, "Well, that seems like fun." And he said, "Oh, I'm the friendliest person you'll ever meet." Now he's peddling explosives or something. God knows.
Yeah. Connor, we found a mind goblin.
Okay.
This one, mutagens, yes. This one knows about mutagens, has seen them, transformative things. This one knows about them, but this one doesn't trust that you know about them. Why don't you show this one?
Alright, I will do a mutagenic flashback. And I'll just start growing scales from my Dracart mutagen.
Hell yeah.
How horrifying.
Seeing the sort of transformation, Micah's just gonna gingerly put his hand on. He's not gonna pull it out, but he's gonna have his hand on there ready.
I just hear like a little click.
He sort of smiles and he says, "Impressive. Most impressive."
Oh no, he's about to attack you with an overhead strike.
No.
This one might have a rare and exciting recipe for you to buy for the right price.
What is this recipe? What can I make?
For the low price of 10 gold pieces, this one will give you a powerful mutagen, creating you strong, capable in melee fighter.
Oh, I've heard of those. That'd be pretty, that'd be a pretty fun little addition to my repertoire. What do you guys think?
I think it's a really good idea. It'll make a great present. You know, a great gift, given the circumstances.
10 gold pieces,
I mean, it
though.
also would work on you guys too.
Well, no, I'm not asking for free. I'm just saying that this is this man's first day of being a man, for God's sake. Can't you tell?
I don't know.
I'm pushing for it.
You showed him what you got, but how'd you know he's telling the truth? Plus, seems a mite steep.
You just become Jamaican?
Call me now.
Or
I
Beetle
can
Slim,
barely
you
do
son
the
of a bitch!
face I've been doing.
You can roll and I guess
was
it'd be a
trying to persuade
crafting
him
check, but
to-
well, it depends on what you're doing. The price, if you're trying to persuade him, it's
I'm just saying, since you're such a friendly gentleman, and you know this is the first time we're meeting, we could crack a little deal, especially since it's his. What do you call it? Do you call it your man's day or something?
I didn't come up
I
with anything
hope,
like that,
like,
Tommy,
fuck.
actually.
He doesn't call it his man's.
I mean,
day.
it's the new. There's not a name like
Ugh.
that. He had the ceremony of the cutting the
Yeah, it's
braid,
just
and
the
now
new
it's
year.
just the new year.
Well, I look at him and I go,
Yeah, it's
come up with something.
it's Sunday.
Come up with something fancy to tell him. Something cool.
I'm not a charisma character. Fucking Eli's freezing up here. It's like,
There are no charisma characters except for Cody,
Except for me.
Really?
except
I'm
for
a
you.
charisma caster.
So why don't you
Shit.
fucking charisma ring?
I was just told it. Oh my god.
If you take
Am I right?
charisma,
Put the Riz!
if you take
Put
a,
the Riz on!
if you take a charisma character, you have to accept you're going to end up talking.
I'm just what I'm fucking doing. I'm trying to see if there was a name for his fucking special day. Once
There
again,
really wasn't one.
It's called Gay Day. It's like May Day, but the opposite. But
okay.
no, actually, probably the exact same as May Day.
Yeah. Well, anyway, long story short, we're having a celebration for him, and I would like to purchase this for him as a gift, but that is a little bit steep, considering we're friends now, right?
Friends? I don't even know your name.
Apologies. Beaumont, that's Eli. That back there is Grumpy Matthias. Don't ask why. That one's Micah. That one's Stitcher.
This is like the
Okay.
morning that we've left.
Essentially, yeah, you've been traveling through a day because it's basically a day travel.
Okay.
So you just on the road between the two, you come across a strange goblin merchant.
Yeah. And then I'll be like, and you might recognize that fellow from these parts over here. And I'll point at Malcolm over there.
Malcolm. In the middle. He's in the middle.
Yeah. Well, now
Life
I would
is
say
in the
introductions are over. We are tentatively friends. Yeah.
Of course, my name is Tile with a Y.
I'll shake his hand. If he will shake.
He holds
mine.
out his goblin hand and he says, "Now we're friends, and so I'll give you a good deal. 8 gold pieces with a mutagen."
I mean, that seems reasonable to me, but I'm not the expert.
I
Don't
will
look at Eli.
reach into my satchel and I will hand Eli. Sorry, the kid. The 5 silver pieces that Stitcher possesses. Because I gave one to Beaumont.
Did you ask? Would you ask out loud if you weren't sure if that's a fair deal or not?
Actually,
Well,
didn't we find like a sizable amount of gold?
Yeah, we got
Yes,
gold
we
for
have
killing.
like 40 gold. Yeah, we have like 40 gold.
The entire party has 50 gold pieces, so.
No, well, what
I mean, we want to use it.
say that isn't exactly my expertise. I was trying to get Eli to kind of tell me if that's a reasonable deal for that mutagen or not.
I mean, I'm going to say yes, but I'm not even going to ask you for a perception check because I don't know what money is.
That's fair.
Eli has rich people problem. Is that a fair deal? Who cares?
Is that? Are you trying to figure out if that's a fair deal or not?
Amex.
I would like to ask, then, Eli. Then, I tell him, or I ask him, is this here something that you could utilize?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, all of us could utilize it.
Have
to
you
some
talked?
degree.
Have you talked with? Have you talked with the person and haggled with them and brought their price down?
What's haggling?
I'm just sitting there like face palming, like, oh my god.
For society to grow and to prosper, it requires mutual exchange between both a buyer and a seller. A seller will not make money if he tries to cheat out every person that he does. So I do not believe that that is what this man here is trying to do. He has already haggled with you on this. He has brought the price down, and it seems reasonable, and it's something that could be useful for you.
Stitcher reaches into the party satchel and hands the goblin 8 gold.
Yeah, that'll solve all the problems.
And the whole time, like, Eli's looking at Matthias, like, all
right. As soon as you hand him to Akold, he sort of says, nods his head excitedly. He sort of says, ah! He reaches in and he pulls out the formula for Warblood mutagen, which you can add.
Warblood, that's a good one.
You can add to your formula list that you know.
Hell yeah.
Except he's a goblin, so it's Warblood.
True.
So you can now add that to the list of things that you know.
Abadar is also a god of also trade and getting people back into the market for civilization. So,
do you have any like special skill checks or anything for stuff like that?
I guess it could have been either a society check, maybe even a religion check, or
I was just curious because like while I have persuasion, I'm not exactly geared towards haggling necessarily.
Sure. I mean, that could have been up the column, though.
Yeah. I was expecting I might have to make a check, but I haven't got there yet.
See, we got you up to that.
I mean, if you looked up Blood Mutant, yeah, you overpaid for it, but
that's
and more important, it isn't uncommon. It's something you couldn't choose randomly. It's something you would have to get from buying from somebody. So you may have overpaid a little bit for it, but it is an uncommon thing. Warblood mutagens.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, granted, that's also for,
and that's even
an elixir of it.
Yeah, that's for an exhibit. That's not necessarily for the recipe. So you've got the recipe now.
The price paid in gold is worth far less than the price of what you paid if it saves a life or yourself.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's there. And
I can use it.
You can use it if you want to. Like I said, it's
useful.
If you want, you can tell them what the Warblood mutagen does. I have to pee.
Yeah, I just posted it. It's choose one melee weapon you're holding in one or both hands. You get a +1 item bonus to your attack rolls with this weapon, and to will saves against fear effects for 1 minute. Any
Man.
attempt to
Yes.
disarm or otherwise remove the weapon from your hands must succeed a DC 25 or the attempt fails.
Yeah.
My
Me
wonderful
over here
melee
literally
weapon.
jabbering to the fucking goblin for 4 minutes, and Colin says, if you're gonna play a charisma character, you're gonna have to talk. Motherfucker, what do you think I'm doing?
You're over here trying like hell to spur the party into the conversation, and he's like, "Why aren't you talking?"
I'm trying to help Eli become a man in my way. Matthias is doing it in his daddy way. Zaddy Matthias over here.
Oh God.
Stitcher
Yep.
is gonna have sawbones.
Zaddy Matty.
Stitcher
Pause.
is gonna have
Non-Ian.
sawbones. I don't care. Walk
Okay.
up to Eli and on Sawbones is like the scruff part between his shoulder blades. He's gonna have the markings of Eli's scar on the back of his neck.
Hey.
You're gonna go to Eli and go, feed me crack.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Does the cat speak to me through his eyes?
Well, I'm sorry. Does he what?
Speak to me through his eyes. Like when he speaks, does the sound come out of his eyeballs? Do I hear it in my brain? What is this wild drug cat you're sending me?
Drug cat.
Drug cat.
Drug
Am
cat.
I hallucinating or are we hallucinating?
We're
No.
probably collectively hallucinating.
All right.
The cat can change his markings, so he changed his
Oh,
markings.
nice.
All right.
Nah.
All right.
The cat
That's
has
legit.
markings?
Yes. Well, now he does.
All right.
Plain white with the symbol on the back.
I mean,
Stitcher's cat has like markings, so yeah.
Yeah.
And they can be changed at basically at will. So.
Neat.
I
So
mean,
like the
I
coloring
said.
of his fur?
Yes.
not. If anybody else isn't interested in anything, I'm interested in booze, Mr. Tao, if you do possess any.
Mr. Goblin Man.
Where do you go?
Huh?
The goblin asks you where you're going.
Oh, we're going to Kirkwall?
This one heads to Caldera. Has many things to test.
Alright.
Oh man, I've always wanted to go.
Is big
I bet you're
crater.
gonna have
Big
fun there.
big boom crater, yes.
Uh-huh. And what do you have to test at the big boom crater?
Many things.
Usually whether it booms.
Big booms.
So you're gonna add more boom to the boom crater.
Ah, yes. This one found valuable artifact.
Interesting. I don't know if this counts as the perception insight check. Is he trying to lead me on to peddle something else? Is that what it sounds like? Or is he genuinely like, oh, I found something cool and I'm gonna go blow shit up?
Alright, roll
Seems
perception.
suspect as fuck. You already slightly swindled us, but that's okay.
Quite the opposite. He is not only does it seem like he's found a valuable item, he's underselling it.
Okay. I mean, would you be willing to show this cool, valuable artifact?
No. What?
Oh.
Of course not.
So,
Proprietary
we're not friends
property.
enough. I understand. I'm just interested. I've taken a liking to you, and I would like to know more about your life.
Have you tried speaking
Fuck
Goblin?
you.
That's worked so well for me in the past.
Colin's about to regret telling Tommy to be more charismatic.
What? Just met. Not gonna tell you life story.
All right. Well, pardon me for
Valuable. Can't just hand out valuables.
no, not hand out, just show.
Hmm.
We like big booms too. If that
Roll
helps.
Genuinely.
roll diplomacy.
Okay. Oh Jesus. Is it private or not?
Private.
Okay.
No, fuck it. I don't fucking care.
Okay. 20.
He sort of looks around and says,
Rolling diplomacy.
"This one finds valuable ruins. Ruins picked over, yes, on the surface, but not below. Not below."
And judging by his appearance, is it like he's dirty because he's been digging and like blasting and stuff? Like he's been exploring?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, that adds up.
Big ruins. Underground. People don't see. People don't look. People forget.
I tap my finger to my head and I go, "I see, Tile. You are possibly the smartest goblin I've ever met, huh?"
He sort of frowns, says, "Not Tile! Tile with a Y!"
Oh, I'm sorry. Tile with a Y.
It's
Okay,
like
so
a pimp named Slickback.
yeah. So kind of like how you have like an admiral and you have to say Admiral so and so every single time, right?
Yes!
Like a badge of honor. Okay.
Tile, name is not Tile, name is Tile with a Y.
I just nod. Well, anyway,
There you go. That's the name
Yeah.
right there.
I mean, thanks for letting us know. I think that's mighty interesting. And I really do hope you succeed in blowing stuff up.
Always succeed
I'd
in blowing
love to
stuff
read about
up.
it.
Is easy. Just put bombs next to fire.
I mean, that is in fact how it's done.
Tile with a Y heading to Caldera. You pay good money, so Tile with a Y is going to give you... He is going to give you... secret. Going to show you where these ruins are. Tile with a Y, he's gotten what he wants from them. Can't go down much farther, but you... Who knows? You could pick up scraps of Tile with a Y, yes?
I just nod very excitedly. Yeah.
Yeah. And he will
I'm
mark
with him.
he'll mark a spot on your map where there are some ruins. It's close to Kirkwall.
Alright.
So it's all
Now-
vaguely in the same area.
Side quest.
Yeah.
Side quest.
Soul heist.
So
Heist.
nice. Yes. Now, Tile with a Y, this has been a very beneficial conversation, and I appreciate you.
Yes. Tile with a Y appreciates Tile with a Y as well.
That's good. I can't follow that up.
We've met the most content being on the planet.
And of course, we're like at a brick wall. Why are you
Fantastic.
happy? Tell us your secret.
Well, if that's all you have to tell me, Tile with a Y, we will be on our way the opposite direction. I'll keep your secret a secret.
You do that. Tile with a Y. He likes you. Hopes to see you again.
Oh, I'm sure we will. We'll just have to follow the sounds of big booms, right?
Well, yes. Big booms across the new sea to channel port into Caldera.
Okay. Channel Port Caldera. Write it down, Notes Master. We gotta find this guy again.
He's heading to channel port then Caldera.
Easy enough.
That's the route he's going.
Fantastic.
Alright, you meet a strange goblin merchant. From Caldera. The goblins, they love Caldera. It's an island that is literally craters from exploding bombs and unusual relics. Interesting enough, there is a large contingency of the reliquary knights on Caldera as well, as they do a lot of the same. The reliquary knights, a lot of them are a lot like goblins, as they find strange and unusual technologies and just test them out, blow them up, that sort of thing.
So what you're saying is they don't mind goblins?
They don't.
Mind goblin these nuts?
They don't.
Hey.
What about?
Got 'em.
I mean, mostly the people on Caldera are night goblins, so
Fantastic.
they spend all night goblin these nuts.
I'm gonna
Hey.
murder you.
Fantastic.
There,
We make it to Kirkwall and we end the game. We did
Beaver.
it.
Beaver, how do you feel?
Yep.
How do you feel about Fremunda goblins?
Oh no.
All right, but you do
The Fremunda Dark. Let's go to the Fremunda Dark.
you do get like I said, you pay a little bit overplayed, but you do get the
okay.
formula for Warblood mutagens. Like I said, that's an uncommon formula, so you couldn't just
Yep,
add
A
that.
little bit useful.
We got a side quest. That's what matters.
You did get
Yep, and a side quest.
you got a side quest. Technically, you got multiple side quests this game. You've got
Yep.
all sorts of. You've got a few side quests besides the main quest of what is going on in the world. You've got the fucking Aldergaz family and Remy Aldergaz.
Yep.
You've got the tile with a Y ruins. So yeah, we've got some side quests to go on, as you do. That's the fucking way of things. But it's the type of thing we'll have to do next week, and you'll have to decide which side quests you want to pursue. If you just want to like barrel down the main quest, which is also fine. But we'll have to figure it out next week.